Yeah, it's Tom Shank. SCHENCK.
Hey, baseball fans, welcome in to Sanford Memorial Stadium. We've got a good one scheduled for you here today. It'll be the Sanford River Rats versus the DeLand Suns. And what would have been game 2 of a doubleheader is now just a single ball game due to weather. Yesterday the game got postponed to today. We were going to have a 7-inning game starting at 4 o'clock here at Sanford Memorial, but then the Florida weather came through and ruined those plans. So now we've got one game starting at 7:40 as the scheduled first pitch after the weather delay. I'm Cody Shook, and I'll be the play-by-play guy tonight. Alongside my partner is Luke Hallett. Nice to have you here, Luke. And that is the DeLand Suns broadcast intern. And we are going to be having a great game here, as these are the only two teams that have over 500 records in the Florida College Summer League.
Yeah, so far you really mentioned the 500 record. The Suns have been really getting there by their pitching. They lead the Florida League in their ERA, 2.25. That's good for best. They also allowed the fewest runs and the fewest earned runs, 11 and 16, respectively. So if the Suns are able to pitch well and actually get a little hit in, they're actually last in average, 194 on the year in the Florida League. So if they continue to pitch well and get a couple of hits every now and again, the Suns team is real dangerous.
Yeah, in the River Rats, we've seen a mix of two teams with them. A lack of offensive output when you have great pitching, and then you have subpar pitching, and you have a lot of hitting. So the head coach, Kevin Davidson, for the River Rats is really trying to figure out what kind of team he's got. He's a very aggressive coach, and he's a really players-driven coach. So it's a great atmosphere to be a part of. And he just wants his players to give out the max effort that they can on the field on every night, and not just the 7th through 9th innings.
That's a very reasonable proposition. You want to geniuses of your players, not only your pitchers, but those that are playing in the
One
field.
EW Fitness,
game.
the easy and convenient Orlando Center
You mentioned the aggression real quick.
and America's oldest brewery, Yingling Beer.
Sanford, I mean, they've been
Rats want to
13
thank their
times, but that's
presenting
first in both
sponsors.
categories.
All you need to know in
The thing
Seminole
that
County
DeLand
is
doesn't do
Sanford
at all really
Herald
is steal
and
bags.
environmentally
At least
sensitive
stolen
waste
bases
pro.
only converted
I want to
one.
thank Major League Baseball
DeLand's unable
for
to
their
keep a running
financial
game of
support
Sanford
throughout
perhaps it
the
could be a long time.
2017
Yeah,
season. Don't
we
forget,
have
fans,
here
your
at
ticket
Sanford,
stub
we've
is
seen some
valuable.
crazy
You
plays
can
where,
order
because that aggression helps them, sometimes hurts them, and it has run them out of multiple innings. But in a game last week against the Leesburg Lightning, we had a kid steal from first to second. The ball goes into center field. He goes to third then. Center fielder misses it, and he scores. That was the first run of the ball game for the River Rats.
Those are certainly plays like that from an aggressive team. But as you mentioned, there's always that flip side of the coin. Say, you get thrown out, pitch him out, throw him out, you can have one of those real promising starts.
Introducing
All of a
our
sudden,
visitors
you got two
from
outs and
up
no
the
one's
road
out.
in Volusia County,
but
the DeLand Suns. Leading
And
off,
head coach Kevin Davidson, he's explained to his team multiple times, you need to give a lot of effort from the start. You need to make adjustments throughout the game, and not just in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, because the River Rats have 2 walk-off wins on a sacrifice fly. How many times does that happen? Not very often, but the team doesn't show up until the 8th and the 9th inning almost every night.
And that's a dangerous thing.
Back again after a sensational season last year. From Florida Gulf Coast, batting third, number 30, left fielder Jay Hayes.
Pitching team.
From Augusta State,
the
cleanup hitter, number 13, first baseman Zach Goebel.
You put him in there.
From Columbus State University, batting fifth, wearing number 6, right fielder Will Hodges.
7th, 8th, 9th.
Hitting in the 6th slot, playing second base.
Might be a long game then, if that's the case, but the River Rats are looking pretty good, and so are the DeLand Suns. But one stat to just look at real quick, the River Rats are 4-3 on the year, 4 wins at home, 3 losses on the road. It's incredible. And Kevin Davidson said, who wouldn't want to play here at Sanford Memorial?
On the hill for the Suns,
I'd say with
the big right-hander from Covenant College, number 9, Matthew Wright.
One thing the Suns have done, though, is win on
Introducing your River Rats.
Granted, they lost, but all of their wins have come on the road. So DeLand certainly
Under the winningest head coach in league history, KD.
So everything we are saying here is hyping this ball game up because this is the number 1 versus the number 2 team in the league. We've got a team that scores late. We've got a team that shuts down late. The pitching staff late is great. So we've got a great game scheduled here. First pitch is just a few minutes away here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. Right now we are getting the lineups introduced. I just want to say please follow the Rats feed on Twitter and Instagram at FCSL Rats. And then also check out our Facebook Live that is going right now. All you got to do is type in Sanford River Rats. It'll take you right to the Facebook Live.
Number 8 from High Point,
the Suns,
Cody Arthur, and accompanying him, third baseman Ethan Litsky. Batting third, the second baseman.
So please check us out on that. Give us a follow on both teams because we post some great stuff and some informational stuff that you don't want to miss. And also, you get to see promotional events like this Saturday. We will have the Orlando Night, Orlando Magic. Their promotions team will come out, and the dancers are going to come out. And it's going to be a great night here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. And we're just hoping that weather blows away from Florida. It is incredible.
It's been a real number of times it's rained in such a short span.
From Florida Atlantic, the DH, Gunner, Lambert.
The Suns have had several.
The shortstop, batting sixth, number 1 from the St. John's River. Francis Vilamon, accompanied by number 44, Carter.
Alrighty, and now as the lineups are getting announced, would you like to announce the DeLand Suns lineup? Because they will be the away team and they will be hitting first.
He is accompanied by number 25, L.J. Chris. And behind the plate, number 28 from the Bulldogs of Sanford University, Anthony Mulride. And he is accompanied by number 37, Harrison Holmes.
And first base.
First baseman, batting ninth, number 4 from Hofstra, Parker Quinn. And
listening to the Suns game
accompanying
that solo
Parker is number 11, Eli Hamill. On the mound for the Rats from Arkansas, number 12, Dylan Thompson. And accompanying him to the mound, number 42 is Tanner Russell. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rats and the West Seminole.
All right, stick with us right after the national anthem. We'll get you the Rats lineup.
We ask that you please rise as we observe a moment of silence in honor of the men and women of our armed forces. And now, please welcome from Florida Hospital, Sarah Holden, as she honors America with the singing of our national anthem. Miss Sarah Holman, outstanding job.
And an incredible job singing the national anthem there. Thank you to everybody watching live on Facebook right now. Please share so all of your friends can enjoy some Rats and Sons baseball here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. So now it is time to announce the Sanford River Rats starting lineup.
There you go. All right.
Center field, batting leadoff, Rodney Tenney. Batting second, playing third base, Cody Orther.
Right in there.
Batting third, playing second base, Omar Villaman. Your cleanup batter tonight, playing left field, Sergio Lopez. Batting fifth, DH, Gunnar Lambert.
All right.
Batting sixth, playing shortstop, Francis Villaman. Playing right field, batting seventh, Miles Symington. And behind the plate tonight, getting the start, Anthony Mulrine. And rounding out the lineup for the River Rats, playing first base, Parker Quinn. And your big lefty on the mound, number 12, Dylan Thompson, the 6'3", 200-pound lefty from Arkansas. So we've got an incredible matchup here for you folks, and I'm just sad that it's not a 3-game series.
It'd be a lot more interesting.
Yep.
Especially with that first game being canceled, would have been good to have one at DeLand as well.
So now we're just going to have bragging rights for a while, whoever wins this ball game.
They will be playing later in the season.
Yep.
They'll be playing again on the 30th of June, the 1st of July, and then 5th of July and 10th of 11. So there's definitely games down the road where they'll play, but not for the near future.
And I noticed that when these teams play, they only play 2-game sets.
Yeah, it is a little strange. You look down, as you mentioned, the 12th, 13th, granted the 12th got rescheduled today, that got canceled.
Yep.
Battery for the Rats on the hill.
One random game on the 5th.
Dylan Thompson.
And then 10th, 11th,
And behind the plate,
28th,
the
and
Bulldog
29th
from
of July.
Sanford.
And there's no 3-game series, which seems to be the norm for not only this league, but most of baseball.
Yeah, so I'm not sure why that is, but nonetheless, a great matchup on this night.
Thompson, as you mentioned, starting today, he did appear in one other game in relief. 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, and only 1 earned run. So he might have a few control issues. 1 earned run isn't too big of a blemish for 3 innings pitched, ERA of 3. But if he's able to find his spots and throw strikes when he needs to throw strikes, I think Thompson's going to be a tough pitcher to hit.
Were you here the other night?
So for team pitching totals, the Sanford River Rats are at the bottom and DeLand right there at the top.
Yeah, Sanford.
Leading off for the DeLand Sons.
If they can
From the Eagles of Winthrop in Rock Hill, South Carolina, center fielder number 4, Matthew
6th most walks, that might be an issue.
So the leadoff batter tonight, here with first pitch coming around 6:44, Matthew Mulkey playing center field, and here's the first pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back for strike 1, so a good start there for the River Rats, getting ahead in the count.
Mulkey batted only 167 on the year. He started out hot like a lot of the Suns players, recently cooled down.
And the 0-1 pitch, just inside for ball 1. And when you watch DeLand, are they an aggressive hitting team? Are they taking a lot of pitches? Are they trying to draw those walks?
It depends on the batter. Mulkey's one of the guys that'll, as soon as he sees his pitch, really take a swing on it like he did that first ball.
The 1-1 pitch, just low for ball 2. So just like that, Thompson falls behind.
Certain guys do have more aggression. Jay Hayes actually is a great example. 6 strikeouts, but also 4 walks. So he's a tough guy to pitch to. But when he sees a pitch he likes, he's not afraid to swing.
2-1 pitch. Swung on and drove into left field, and that will be the first hit of the game. And there goes the early no-hitter.
If you're Coach Rick Hall, that's what you like to see. He talked about his offense really gearing up, trying to support the pitching that's done so well.
From the ninth of UCF catcher, number 12, Zachary Watman.
Now batting, playing catcher tonight, Zachary Watman with a man on first base, nobody out. Mulkey with a short lead over there, but choppy feet, and Thompson's going to try the pickoff move to first base, but nothing going on.
Go get some good shots. Try. Best night right here, right there. I said it's going to be your best night right here. No, it's going down over there.
So Watman at the plate. Mulkey at first base after leadoff single, and here's the 0-0 pitch. Inside in the dirt for ball one. Now, are the Suns a big running team?
Not at all. Only one stolen base successful by Jay Hayes in the first game of the year. Otherwise, only 2 more attempts. One of them actually at a critical point against Winter Garden, thrown out in the 9th inning, trying to get that tying run. So not an aggressive team by any means.
1-0 pitch. High and away for ball 2. Now, behind the plate tonight for the Sanford River Rats is Anthony Mulrine, and that is not the normal catcher. It's usually Eli Marrero, which has an incredible arm. So I have not actually gotten to see Mulrine's arm yet. 2-0 pitch. In there on the outside corner for strike 1, and now it's a 2-1 count, nobody out, runner on first base.
Watman taking all the way there. Him and batting in the second spot is actually a new spot for him in the lineup. He's typically batted toward the 7th or 8th spot, but seeing him in the second spot means Coach Hall has a lot of faith in his hitting ability.
2-1 pitch. And that gets away from the catcher, and Mulkey's going to take second base with ease, and now it's a 3-1 count with number 2 batter at the plate.
He certainly has a green light. I would think Watman could be swinging on anything that looks like it's going to be in the strike zone. I would say Mulkey has some speed. He could definitely score on a single.
Yeah, and at this point, Watman's job is just put the ball on the right side of the infield or on the side of the field in general just to get him over to third base, and a sac fly scores it.
Watman does have 1 sacrifice on the year.
And that ball goes straight back out of the stadium here, and it's a 3-2 count.
In his 5 at-bats, he's got 2 hits, batted 400.
Watman has 2 RBIs on this early season. It's just unfortunate that we don't have too many stats because we are early in the season.
Cancellations and early in the season.
So 3-2 count here. Nobody out. Runner on second base. Here's the pitch. Just high. Ball 4. And we have 2 on. Nobody out with Jay Hayes, the left fielder, up to bat.
Hit 377 last year, led the league in triples and second in RBIs and runs. Sensational season. From Florida Gulf Coast, number 30, left fielder Jay Hayes.
Hayes as close to a 5-tool guy as you'll find on the Suns, second in the MVP voting last year. But he's got a big opportunity.
Remember that?
Yeah, Jay Hayes, 6 feet, 212-pound junior from Florida Gulf Coast. Yo, pitch. Strike 1 on the inside corner. Still runners on first and second base here.
Here, Sanford, you really want to get ahead of Hayes. You don't want to give him too many 2-0, 3-1, 3-0 counts. He tends to punish those.
Thompson 0-1 pitch. Breaks one off there, but it's ball 1 as it's just too low.
We talked about pregame. Sanford's got to be able to hit their spots, and when they're throwing balls like this, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, we have seen the River Rats struggle early in games. They do give up a lot of runs in those first 3 innings, puts them in a hole, and maybe that's... And the 1-1 pitch swung on and foul tip. That's strike number 2. Yeah, so the River Rats get down in these games early, and then they've got to chip away. Maybe that's why they struggle throughout the game, because their spirits are down. I mean, they're always losing. So maybe that's what the cause of it is. Maybe they're just not ready in those first 3 innings. But
part of it might be a mental aspect. You know, if they're not entirely ready for the game, it takes them a few innings to wake up. Not how you want to play a ball game, but
no, not every night, especially. 1-2 pitch from Thompson. Runners on first and second base. Swung on, and that ball is hit over to first base. Patrick Quinn has got it for out number 1 here in the top of the first.
He leads the team in RBIs this season from Augusta State.
On the ball,
first baseman, number 13, Zach
Unfortunately, bad for DeLand.
And now batting for the DeLand Suns, Zach Goebel. with runners on first and second base. 1 out. Swung on and fouled straight back for strike number 1.
Goebel was thinking fastball. Thompson was getting behind hitters, maybe thinking he was going to try and get ahead that at bat. Throw some off speed, he wasn't quite ready.
0-1 count now. So we had the leadoff single, no out walk, so that's first and second base. And the F3, and now 0-1 count with 1 out. In there for strike number 2 on the outside corner against the cleanup hitter.
Goebel's got a lot of the great hitting traits you want from your cleanup hitter. Leads the team in RBIs with 5. Also has 1 home run. Batting .222, but that average is sure to go up.
You mentioned that the Suns, their batting average is really low as a team.
194, 6 points under the Mendoza line.
That's rough. I mean, we are here early, but that is, you would expect to have a couple outliers, maybe batting 300, something like that.
Law of averages says eventually they'll pick it up and they'll start hitting like they're supposed to.
Especially because all these guys are college hitters. They're all experienced.
They're experienced guys that a slump isn't going to ruin their whole season.
So 1-2 pitch here. And the runner's on the move to third, and that ball is hit down the third base line foul. So maybe a little early aggressiveness from Rick Hall and the DeLand Suns.
A rare steal opportunity, looking like a hit and run. Goebel expecting to get that ball fair, and Mulkey easily would have scored from second, but at the stands it'll be 1-2 again.
Do you think there was some sort of missed sign there? Because the runner on first base did not go.
Well, it could have been just a hit and run. Had Watman not necessarily needed him to get second. They wanted to score a run most likely on that play.
And 1-2 pitch from Thompson. Swung on and put down the right field line out of the stadium foul. So we reset here.
Whenever there's one of those foul balls, always worries me my car is going to get hit. Thankfully, that was to the right side, not the left.
Oh, don't worry. There will be some foul balls hit out of this stadium tonight. That's for sure. So Thompson already running up that pitch count here in the first inning. 1-2 count, 1 out. Runners on first and second. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, that ball is hit to left field, but Sergio Lopez got a beat on it, and that is out number 2 here in the top of the first.
Goebel hitting that ball to left field, a detriment for the Suns, not only for the
From
obvious
the
out, but
Cougars
also
of
because
Columbus State University, the right
ball that
fielder.
hits a right
Number
field.
6,
More
Will
likely Mulkey would have tried to
Hodgins.
tag, get to third base, but as it stands, no advancing.
I mean, we already had, the Suns had the leadoff man get on with the single. We got to second base with the wild pitch, and they have not been able to get him off second base.
Yeah, they've been stalling, which is not something you'd expect from their third and fourth hitters in Jay Hayes and Zach Goebel. But even the best hitters in your lineup get out 40 or 60% of the time.
Yep. So now we got Will Hodges up to bat, and he's playing a right field tonight, and he's going to take ball 1 in the dirt. So it's weird that Thompson goes to the off speed there to start off the batter.
You'd think he'd want to get ahead, but he certainly. I think Thompson knows more about the game plan than I would.
Yes. Yep. 100%. And the 1-0 pitch. Runners on first and second base. Outside fastball, just off the corner of the plate for ball 2.
Walking Hodges wouldn't be a good thing, not obviously because the bases would be loaded, but Michael Harcum's up next, and he's probably the most hot hitter on the Suns.
Will Hodges from Columbus State, the 6-foot sophomore righty. Inside fastball for strike 1 to make the count 2-1 with 2 outs.
Hodges not happy with that call at all. Give the umpire a little glance afterwards. He would have really liked a 3-0. Probably would have had a green light.
Anchors down in Orlando. Then they go back to Greg.
Thompson over 20 pitches here.
Legend in Orlando.
2-1 pitch. And the check swing, he did go. So we've got 2s on the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on with the number 5 hitter up. Hodges batting .272, so that's pretty good.
No, Hodges is one of the best contact hitters on this team for sure.
2-2 pitch here for Thompson. Another check swing. And he did not go. So now we've got a 3-2 count, and the runners are going to be on the move with this one.
Hodges no walks on the season. This next ball would be his first.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if he's willing to put this one to play instead.
Infield playing pretty deep. The Villeman brothers in the holes at shortstop and second base. 3-2 pitch. Runners are on the move and strike them out looking. We head to the bottom of the first inning. All tied up at 0.
You can't take it. Hey, Rat fans, you can use your smartphones to play micro fantasy baseball. Take a look in your programs, tell you how to get the app set up, and you can predict each at-bat in real time and compete against other fans. One for the whole family, and
I've never had it.
it's free to play.
Do you
Whoever gets
remember?
the most points every 3 innings wins a prize courtesy of the River Rats. Micro fantasy baseball, spectating fun for everyone. Predict, watch.
Do you ever turn these off
win.
in the middle of your broadcast or no?
Also, fans, those foul
I use
balls.
OBS too,
Well,
so
they
you
can
can
be
get
a
it on the
tasty
thing.
treat
Oh.
thanks to our friends. at
Usually I always turn them off, and I don't
Every
know.
foul ball you get is
Hopefully they
for
can't
free
hear it.
cookie dough. That's right. Bring that foul ball to the press box, and you'll get a coupon good for free cookie dough. And if you return the most foul balls up here, you'll get a free large pizza courtesy of Papa Murphy's, who is, once again, our foul ball sponsor all summer. Thank you, Papa Murphy's.
I didn't get like hard and all the media stuff until like 6.
Battery for DeLand on the hill, Matthew Wright. And behind the plate is Zachary Watman.
I didn't know
You know,
Victor.
George Sturt was the friend.
Yeah, he was the one who got me He's interning with Barstool. Do you see what he did to Green's daughter though? I didn't like that.
No, we didn't.
He like basically Instagram DM'd her or something like that. And he was just like badgering her the whole time, being like, "See you at the bars, whatever." It's like, "I'll buy you a drink." She's like, "Good, my dad's unemployed." I was like, "Oh, he's still you." Like, blah blah blah. It was just bad. Look it up. Crimson Corey had that.
Sanford won the first year here.
I'm sure he didn't mean anything negative about it.
Probably not. That's kind of what Barstool does though. They just show it.
Yeah. He fits perfectly.
You just can't expect all journalism from Barcelona.
New uniforms for DeLand.
Yeah.
Leading off for the Rats from the
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. We're in the bottom of the first inning. I'm Cody Shook alongside Luke Hallett. We are calling a great ball game here with the Sanford River Rats and the DeLand Suns. And batting first, here in the bottom of the first, Rodney Tenney, playing center field.
He's not here.
Tenney batting .333 on the year. He's only got 12 plate appearances, but still doing some solid work. What you want on the leadoff hitter, he's got some speed. Not afraid to take a base either. He's got 2 walks.
And pitching for the Suns, Matthew Wright. The 0-0 pitch. In there for strike 1.
Wright throws a solid fastball, but he really leans a lot on his off-speed pitches. You can see with that first changeup there.
The 0-1 pitch. Swung on. That ball's put into right center field, but Mulkey's going to track it down for out number 1.
Another off-speed pitch, and Tenney was expecting it. Just happened to be hit a little too close to Mulkey.
Semien leading the Rats with a 476 average, 4 RBI.
And now batting.
The other night against
My favorite player, because of his name, Cody Orther.
Cody Orther.
So Matthew Wright on the mound goes to Covenant College. He's a 6 foot, 170-pound righty. And facing Cody Orther right here. And he hits him in the back on pitch number 1.
Now what you want to do to the best hitter on the team, you'd rather make him earn the bag rather than just put him on automatic.
Yeah, Cody Orther came in to this game with a league-leading 476 batting average through 7 games. That's incredible.
500 too. Scored 6 runs. Actually had a 4-for-4 game against Altamont earlier this year. 2 RBIs, a run and a stolen base. So he can certainly stuff the stat sheet.
So after that hit by pitch, that brings up Omar Villeman, the second baseman, up to the bat. And he will look at ball 1.
up a little bit.
The 1-0 pitch swung on and driven to right center, and that'll be also tracked down by Mulkey for out number 2.
That ball looked identically hit to the one that was hit by Tenney not very long ago.
Led the team in home runs and RBIs last season. Headed for the Bobcats of St. Thomas. Left fielder wearing number 30 tonight, Sergio Lopez.
And now batting,
The bad storms were heading northwest.
Sergio Lopez,
It was going that way.
the big right-hander,
Everything turned around and came back this way.
with a runner on first base and 2 outs. And pickoff move over there, nothing going.
Because it's 75, that's not conducive for what you would think, showers. Right. This is just like the remedy.
Sergio Lopez not wearing his normal uniform tonight, wearing number 30 instead of number 22. Another pickoff move, this one closer, but still not close enough.
Something DeLand does a lot is they throw over to first base. Against Winter Garden a few days ago, they actually ended up giving up 2 runs because they threw the ball and it missed the first baseman. And then there was another missed throw. They scored 2 unearned runs just like that. They got to be careful.
The 0-0 pitch from right. High and inside for ball number 1.
Wright's making an emphasis on throwing inside. Granted, he hit Arthur, but if you can pitch inside, it sets up everything else.
Yeah, it's always good for a pitcher to establish that inside part of the plate. But on that one, he hit him, and now he's trying to come back with it. So the 1-0 pitch, now another pickoff move. Not going to get him over there at first. So Cody Arthur, we've noticed that he does steal a lot, but he does also get thrown out a lot.
Yeah, he's got 2 stolen bags on the year. It wouldn't surprise me at all to see him go with 2 outs, get in scoring position.
Yeah, especially with your cleanup guy. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing to have him start off the bottom of the second. The 1-0 pitch, and not going to count. I guess what the hitter called time first, and that pitch didn't count. But if it did, it would have been ball 2.
Good for DeLand. You don't want him to get the ball.
It was the Cubs last year because his family would disown him. And now he's in the Nats again.
Sergio Lopez playing left field. 1-0 pitch. And that will be ball 2, just high. Sergio Lopez, St. Thomas University, a sports administration major. Favorite team, the Miami Marlins. He's ahead in the count 2-0, and he swings at that one, and he's going to miss it for strike number 1.
Ever been to Marlins Stadium, Cody?
I have not. I want to go.
It is a great domed stadium, which is sad. The sad part is that they have hardly anybody that goes to their games.
That was their problem with the old stadium, too.
This one's much nicer. Would recommend it.
But what are those ticket prices looking like?
I'm not entirely certain. It was my parents' dime, but I'm sure it can't be too terrible.
The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2, so we have 2 on the board again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on first base.
Wright's commanding with his off-speed pitches. He was thinking fastball again, but fooled him with some off-speed.
When you guys are hitting, especially when you have a runner on, you can make sense of crowd punch.
Up next would be Gunnar Lambert, the DH. Sergio Lopez, 2-2 count. Swung on and missed. Strike him out swinging. We head to the top of the second inning. Still not up. 0-0.
All right, now it's time to see if one of our young fans can outrun the number 1 mascot on the planet, Ralphie. Here's Nick and Paisley.
She's Sanford. She's
Really?
yeah. She hasn't been here. She's really out of town. Yeah, she's so bad.
Paisley Brewer.
Hands are out there. He's on the phone. Ralphie, you did a great job, man. Seriously. All right.
Give it up, Ralphie.
You haven't seen it. Oh, it's.
Great job. Our fans are the fastest in the league. Thank you, Nick and Paisley.
And they had this guy in a green costume. They were like, Usain Bolt. It's just started running. And the guy started celebrating when he got to the right field line almost. And the guy, he passed him. I mean, it's a bit more bizarre. Because he had goggles on, so you couldn't see who he was. Oh my god! But it just was unbelievable. He gave him so much of that stuff. No, they didn't. I didn't see who they identified who it was, but it was.
Leading off for the Suns in the top of the second inning. Second baseman from the Golden Panthers of FIU, number 19, Michael Arco.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium, and we're in the top of the second inning. Still knotted, 0-0. Here's the first pitch, and that ball swung on and fouled straight back, seriously close to my car.
As you said, or as I said earlier, Harcum, I started at third against Rooney Garden and had a home run. He can flash power, he just needs a pitch to hit.
The 0-1 pitch. Low and away for ball one. A check down to first. I don't think the bat even left his shoulder, but I guess.
Doesn't hurt to check.
Yeah, gotta like the effort. So now 1-1 count here.
Hey, there he is. All right, man, looking good.
Inside in the dirt for ball number 2. So we've seen this a little bit from Thompson really falling behind on a lot of the hitters.
And it's going both ways. Wright's had that problem a little bit in the first inning. When you fall behind, I mean, it's the less than ideal.
Yep, and 2-1 pitch swung on and hit softly to Cody Orther at third base. The throw over to first. That's out number 1.
Markham just missed that ball by a few inches. Otherwise, that would have been a single.
From the Lake Hawks, Lake Sumter Community College. Here's the DH, number 5, Alan Alonzo.
First one there, right. I saw that.
Now batting, Alan Alonzo, the DH tonight from Lake Sumter here in Florida. He's going to watch strike one go right down the middle.
Alonzo doesn't have too many at-bats on the year, but he does have a 357 on base percentage. He knows how to watch.
Yeah, I had one today.
The 0-1 pitch.
Got one tomorrow.
Just a bit inside for ball one now. So 1-1 count. Nobody on here in the top of the second inning. Check swing, but that's going to be called strike number 2 here on Alonzo.
First time Thompson's been ahead of the hitter. A few batters, it feels like.
Just about to say that.
Yeah,
so 1-2. Thompson really made his motion a lot faster there. He was really quick pitching there, but he misses on that 1-2 pitch, so now it's 2-2. Alan Alonzo, not really the best batting average on the Suns. A 2-2 pitch. Strike him out, looking for out number 2.
Alonzo fooled by the off-speed pitch that changes came and snuck its way in the bottom part of the zone. Alonzo thought that was going to be called ball number 3, but instead
Here's the third baseman from Stetson.
So now batting, playing third baseman, playing third base, number 23, Jordan Morrow from Stetson. So your home field.
That's right. Stetson is a wonderful field. Nothing goes from Red Park. I would say it's the best field, no offense to Sanford Memorial Stadium. Doesn't quite drain as nicely, but it's an excellent facility.
I guess we'll just agree to disagree on that one. But then again, I've never been to DeLand yet, so I'll have to check it out.
Anytime.
The 0-0 pitch was a ball, and the 1-0 is a strike in there on the inside corner. So we have seen a little bit from both guys trying to establish that inside part of the plate.
And that pitch looked like it was going to be 2 inside. Morrow might have had to move out of the way a little bit, but instead it was called a strike.
1-1 pitch.
Guy racks up
Outside corner now for strike number 2. And Morrow is in a hole here with 2 outs.
Strike zone's been fairly fairly generous to both pitchers today. That's really going to play into the advantage of Sanford.
That's Cody.
The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit to right field. Symington gives it a chase, but it's going to go foul. We reset with 2 strikes and 1 ball here. 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Thompson has definitely worked a lot quicker in this inning, maybe because he's coming out of the windup and not the stretch. The 1-2 pitch. Strike him out looking, and we head to the bottom of the second. Still not at 0. Stick with us.
I don't know exactly all the details, but they're basically trying to, they have all that data on major league guys, but
I want to thank Duffy's Sports Grill in Lake Mary. They support the Rats with tonight's Duffy's Family Night. Also, tonight's game is presented by Florida Hospital, your trusted source for emergency care when and where you need it. Florida Hospital is recognized as the best hospital in Central Florida by U.S. News and World
Thank you to everybody that is watching on Facebook Live right now. Please share to all of your friends so they can take part in the action here at Sanford Memorial Stadium.
With the Rats, visit them on Facebook.
We've got a 0-0 ball game headed to the bottom of the second inning
Anytime. Keep up with news, upload
against the
photos,
2
and look out
best
for special
teams
deals
in the
just
Florida
on
College
social
Summer
media.
League.
So visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and get social with the Rats. Leading off for the Rats at the bottom of the second inning. From the
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium in the bottom of the second inning. We've got a good one so far. And now batting for the Sanford River Rats, Gunnar Lambert, the DH tonight. The big lefty batter. Swings and misses the first pitch. Looked like a little off-speed stuff there.
Wrights again attacks the first batter with off-speed. It's more of his dominant pitches.
And the 0-1 pitch here to Lambert. Swung on, and that ball is put into right field. But Hodges has got it just about 2 steps in for him, and that's out number 1.
One thing the Suns have done today in the early parts of this game, and a lot with their series in Winter Garden, is they would get these outs, but there'll be these balls that are hit pretty deep into the outfield. That one, no exception. The Suns can't live.
There's the shortstop headed for St. John's River in Palatka.
Deep in the outfield. Those are going to
So now batting the shortstop tonight, Francis Villeman. And that ball's hit down the right field line, and Villeman's going to go for extra bases, and he slips coming around first base, and he will end up with the 1-out single.
I think if Villeman would have tried to go to second, he would have been thrown out. Probably a good decision to come back to first.
Did it look like to you that he tried to check swing on that?
It did a little bit, but I mean, it made solid contact.
Yeah.
Got a base hit, so I don't think Sanford's going to be playing.
It looked like he was completely fooled. It looked like a little off-speed stuff. It looked like he was a little fooled, and he just tried to hold up, but was unable to. But still, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
There's the right fielder from Polk State.
So now batting, Miles Symington, the right fielder, is a very good batter. Through a couple games, he was batting over 500. He's a great free swinger, and he puts the ball in play, and once he gets on, he runs.
Yeah, 4 stolen bases, leads the team. Also batting .348 still.
And we saw it there. First pitch, he's swinging. We've here at Sanford, we've seen Miles Symington go from the 2-hole to the 5-hole to the 8-hole to the 9-hole, and now he's to the 7-hole. So Kevin Davidson likes to move Symington around, tries to give him different counts and different pitches. So the 0-1 count, and Wrights is going to try the pickoff move to keep Villeman close, but nothing going on over there.
In regards to Symington, that shows you have a player that you can put almost anywhere, makes him real valuable as a utility player.
Symington, Polk State, right here, another kid from Florida. The 0-1 pitch, and another pickoff move. This one a lot closer as Villeman doesn't slide going in, but he's still safe over there at first base.
Villeman also has 4 stolen bases. These two guys right here are probably the biggest threats to steal.
Symington 8 for 23 on the year. The 1 home run was a 3-run home run to put the Leesburg game out of touch. And the 0-1 pitch here to Symington. Just high for ball 1.
Wrights hasn't been throwing a lot of his fastballs into their off-speed pitch there. I'd like to see some fastballs, maybe on the outside. He's pitching inside a lot, so the outside could get some better results.
So the lefty Symington, 1-1 count here. 1 out runner on first base. He swings at that one. He goes straight up. And Miola at short has got it for out number 2. So an unproductive at-bat there. But that brings up Anthony Mulrine, the catcher from Sanford. Not to get confused with Sanford or Stanford.
Here's the catcher, number 28,
Just Sanford.
Anthony Mulrine.
Mulrine getting the start tonight. Eli Marrero, the normal catcher, is not playing tonight. Last game against Leesburg, he got thrown out in, I think, the 8th inning. So the 0 pitch, high fastball for ball 1 here on Mulrine.
This play by Wadman, showing all of his vertical leap, snagging that one, preventing the runner from going to second.
Mulrine being the 8th batter in the lineup tonight. Short lead over there at first base. The 1-0 pitch swung on, and that ball is put into shallow right field, and looks like it's going to go into the glove of Goebel for out number 3. And now we head to the top of the 3rd inning here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. Stick with us.
Fans, we've got us a pudding eating contest. I know you can't wait for that. Well, let's send it down to Nick and Paisley.
Anybody watching on Facebook Live, we've got the pudding eating contest now.
Can you guys slide it off? Just so we can get a second chair.
Good job, kids. Enjoy your pudding. And thank you, Paisley. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Ralphie. Want to welcome into the household.
And we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live. Please share it with your friends so everybody can take part in this amazing action here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook alongside Luke Howlett here calling the game. We are in the top of the 3rd inning. And Jonathan Miola, the shortstop, is leading off here. Watches the outside corner strike for strike number 1.
Miola's second game of the year, second start. He actually started opening day.
And he swings at that one for strike number 2.
He was in the 4 spot there. He's batting 9th today. He's 1 for 4 in that game. Somebody's had 250 out of
His first year
The 0-2 pitch.
In this transfer that you see, this one.
Looked like he tried to get him to chase there with the high outside fastball, but nothing going there for Miola.
So it's a good decision, especially when you've been pitching inside so much. You mix up where you place those balls, more than likely to confuse the hitter.
Have you seen the tempo change from Thompson?
I have. He's been mixing it up kind of like Johnny Cueto would. He would always mix up his deliveries, how he would throw the ball, how he would move his deliveries.
Yep, so 2-2 pitch now, and that ball is hit hard down the right field line, fouling out of the stadium.
Doesn't quite have the Louis Tiant twist that Cueto has. He moves his delivery.
So 2-2 count here, nobody on, nobody out. Jonathan Miola gonna see what he can do. And he swings and misses, strike him out for out number 1 here in the top of the 3rd inning.
Former players Jason Barr from
His
UCF.
off-speed has been
Drafted in the 5th round by the San Francisco Giants. Hopefully he'll join one of the other 19.
So now batting for the DeLand Suns, Matthew Mulkey, the leadoff batter.
Mulkey.
Had that leadoff single down the third base line into left field to start off the game. The 0-0 pitch from Thompson. They're going to check to see if he swung. He did not. That is ball number 1.
It's a generous appeal, thankfully, for the Suns. I thought he for sure went around.
Thompson ready. 1-0. And that ball's hit into center field to Tenney, and he's got it for out number 2.
Mulkey again made some good contact. This one just right to the center fielder. Didn't have a chance of dropping that one.
It looked like at first Tenney was maybe going to charge a little too hard. I thought the ball was going to go over his head. That was a hard hit ball.
Catcher,
That would have been
number
bad
12,
for
Zachary.
Tenney. But that ball was a short little play for him.
Yep.
Second out of the inning.
So now batting behind the dish, Zachary Watman up to bat. He had that walk in the first inning to make it first and second with nobody out, and the DeLand Suns were unable to get anything going in the first inning.
Watman probably the best at framing pitches of the catchers on this staff.
He's going to watch a pitch there for strike number 1. Each team has 1 hit on the day. Thompson, after that hiccup there in the first inning, those first 2 batters, he's been pretty lights out.
Thompson looked solid. He struck out a couple batters. He's been mixing in off-speed and fastballs.
The 0-1 pitch just a bit outside for ball 1. So right now I've got Thompson with 3 backwards Ks and then 1 strikeout this inning. So 4 Ks on the day already.
Great.
The 1-1 pitch, 2 outs, nobody on. Curveball in the dirt for ball number 2. But we have seen Thompson fall behind a lot of hitters.
Yeah, and it's been impressive that he's been able to strike out and battle back with so many. He averages just about 9 strikeouts a game going into this one, and he'll only see that number increase if he keeps pitching like he does.
Yeah, for sure. So a beautiful night here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. 2-1 count here from Thompson. And that one's outside, so 3-1. So after the rain passed by, skies are clear and no wind to speak of.
Looking like a real nice night. Just a shame we couldn't get that first one.
Yeah, that's for sure. I can't wait to see these 2 teams battle it out throughout the season here. 3-1 count. And ball 4, put him on first base.
And we appreciate Evan earlier bringing those foul balls up and enjoying your free cookie dough at Papa
Only
Murphy.
boosting that on-base percentage that already led the team.
Here's the left fielder.
So now batting,
Number
the
30,
left fielder,
Hayes.
number 30, Jay Hayes. In his first at bat, popped up to the first baseman. So runner on first base, 2 outs. Pitch from Thompson in the dirt for ball number 1.
Hayes is one of those hitters you want to attack early on in the count. Even if you throw him a fastball, even if it's nearly down the middle, he's one of those hitters you can't get behind. Hayes will make you pay.
And we are getting a mound visit here from head coach Kevin Davidson. Something that Kevin Davidson has explained to me this early in the season, he wants all of his guys to pitch and no one to really go more than 3 or 4 innings. So the first week of the season, none of his pitchers were getting more than 3. And then Frank Foyako broke out of that because he was having a phenomenal game against the Leesburg Lightning. He pitched, I think, 5 innings, and that was the most we've seen so far here at Sanford.
Well, there's pros and cons to that. The obvious pro is you save your arm, but the cons
night of baseball, and we'll celebrate Father's Day a little bit earlier. The Orlando Magic will be in the house.
You shorten them out, and you give the risk of having a different pitcher up there who has less success.
Yeah, so we have seen a lot of up and downs here at Sanford. And the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that ball is hit out of the stadium. 1-1 count now. Runner on first base after the 2-out walk. Jay Hayes batting under 200 tonight, but he does have that 1 home run. From Florida Gulf Coast, the 1-1 pitch. Tries to throw in a backdoor curveball there. Unable to get it, so ball 2.
I'd expect a pitch that would be called a strike here. Otherwise, 3-1's the spot you don't want to be in against Hayes.
At this point, do you come back with some sort of off speed to fool him? He does not, and they're going to throw down to first base, and they do not have him. So 3-1 count now after the missed high fastball.
At this point, you could be thinking walk. Runner on first and second certainly isn't ideal, but pitching to Goebel with a fresh count at 0-0, 0-0, would be probably better than giving Hayes a ball he could hit.
That's why I think you walk him here or you try to fool him with some sort of off speed. 3-1 pitch. And that ball's hit to shortstop Villeman, and he's going to go to second base the easy way for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here, still tied, 0-0. Stay with us here at Sanford Memorial.
Rats want to thank their presenting sponsors for this 2017 season once again. Outstanding publication, the Sanford Herald, and of course, environmentally sensitive Waste Pro. I do not see that one. No raffle, so I am. We got a special deal for Saturday night, by the way. So you can check downstairs with the management team, and you can go out on the field with your son or daughter before the game and play catch, celebrating Father's Day. The Magic will be there passing out all sorts of prizes, and it should be a great night of baseball. So get your Father's Day package. Come on out here on Saturday night. The gates to the field will open at 6 if you want to play catch with your son or daughter. Hope to see you out here.
And we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook alongside Luke Hallett. We're calling a good one here. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. No runs for either team, but both teams have 1 hit. And Parker Quinn is coming up to bat here against Matthew Wright. So Wright so far doing really well.
He's only completed 2. Wright is capable of doing this. He had 2 complete games this year at Covenant College. One against William Peace, another against Maryville. Only 1 earned run in both those games.
So I think Wright's only hiccup was that hit by pitch on the second batter of the game, but he battled back right after that. Yo, pitch in there for strike number 1.
It's been interesting to see the number of off-speed pitches Wright has thrown for the very first pitch of the at-bat. A lot of them were going for strikes, but you think the hitters would pick up on it.
0-1 pitch. And that's in there for strike number 2. So Parker Quinn is in a hole here. Quinn 3 for 12 on the season. That's a 250 batting average if you're keeping track at home. 1 home run and 2 RBIs.
583 slugging, though, leads the team.
The 0-2 pitch. Ooh. Strike him out looking. That's out number 1.
Matt Wright's with a dirty curveball there. That snuck in the last second. Bottom of the zone. Great third pitch in the at-bat.
So that's Wright's second strikeout of the night, which brings up the leadoff batter for the Sanford River Rats, Rodney Tenney.
Oh, that will definitely lay one down. That third baseman.
Rodney Tenney flied out to center field in his first at bat. Rodney Tenney from Georgia Gwinnett. Here's the pitch, and that's a drag bunt attempt, and it's going to go down the third baseline, and he's going to beat it, and that ball's into right field, and Tenney's on the move to second base, on his way to third, and the ball's just now coming in, and he's going to stay at third base. So the drag bunt lands Tenney on third base with one out.
Jordan Morrow tried to field that ball, couldn't field it cleanly, slung it to Goble on his way outside his glove. What Morrow might have thought about doing there is letting that ball try and roll foul. It was kind of near the grass, near the line. At that point, you had to know that you probably weren't going to throw out a speedy runner such as Tenney. You might have just let that ball go.
Third baseman, Cody.
For the bunt, but instead, he snuck it over to Goble and it was nowhere near. That was a runner on third.
Do you think maybe the grass was a little wet, made that ball just a little slipperier?
It could have been, but I'd like to think that Morrow just, had he waited a second longer, it could have gone foul or just no throw at all.
So now we've got Cody Orther up to bat. And strike one looking there. Runner on third base here. River Rats threatening.
Wright's firing that changeup early and often in the count, but he's getting it for strikes, so you might as well keep doing it.
Bringing the infield in.
And the infield is now in here in the third inning. And Cody Orther is going to put that one just fouling out of the stadium. So now Cody Orther is down in the count 0-2 with a runner on third base and one out.
The best thing for DeLand would be a strikeout that would take out the sacrifice fly. And on top of that, they'd be one out closer to getting out of the inning.
Cody Orther was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Cody Orther leading the league, 476 batting average, 0-2 count, and that ball is fouled straight back. So we head back to the play here, 0-2 count.
Wrights came back with that curveball that he struck out the previous batter with. He just happened to be ready for it.
So maybe the River Rats are starting to make some sort of adjustment on the off speed by Wright.
He's throwing something in the dirt here. You just got to make sure Watman's ready for it.
Yep, 0-2 count. Swung on, and that ball is hit straight up, and catcher was unable to get to it as it was too hard towards the net. Now 0-2 count again.
Wrights is giving him some hittable pitches for 0-2 in the count. I expect something more outside, something.
Yeah.
You might want to. You just want him to fish or something.
Yep. I think you have to use some sort of waste pitch, but you need Watman behind the plate to block it. 0-2 pitch, and Wrights is going to step off. Maybe just to gather his thoughts here. Infield still in. The shortstop one being the deepest, almost in his normal playing depth. But first and third base definitely in front of the bags. The 0-2 pitch, one out. And that ball swung out, and it's caught by the second baseman. Harcum reels it in for out number 2.
Red Robin, 5 free kids meals from Duffy's, appetizers from Buffalo Wild Wings, 5 free kids meals from Cheddar's, classes from 1EW Fitness, gift cards from Wing Zone, and gift cards.
So now batting, Omar Villeman popped up to center field in his first at bat. He's going to try to push across the first run of the ball game here in the bottom of the third inning. After the bunt single, then the E5 throwing into the right field got Tenney all the way to third base. 0 count. Outside for ball 1. Villeman, your only job here, get that run in and give your team the lead.
That'd be so big for Sanford. You mentioned how they oftentimes start very slow. Them getting a lead at this point would be almost impressive.
1-0 pitch, and that ball swung on and hit straight up. Harcum has got it for out number 3, and we head to the top of the 4th inning, all knotted up here at 0.
2 outs. Once again, we've got prizes from Red Robin, Duffy's, Buffalo's Wild Wing, Cheddar's, Wing Zone. Grab those tickets. We'll draw in the 6th inning. And
I just
now,
want to
you
say
know
thank you to everybody that is watching us on Facebook Live. Are you ready for the PDQ Chicken Chuck? If you're watching on Facebook Live, please share so everybody and all of your friends can partake in this fun here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. We see your comments, we see your likes. Thank you very much for all of it. And it looks like we've got a winner here in the Chicken Chuck.
Congratulations, a walk-off chicken chuck right there. Enjoy your great prize from PDQ. PDQ on Reinhardt Road. Always fresh, never frozen, the best chicken in town. When you go by PDQ, tell them thank you for once again supporting the Rats.
That's Major League, so that's one of those we're going to big jumbo truck. Yeah. That's hilarious.
I think Michael finds that one.
And we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. We've got Rats, we've got Suns, we've got a 0-0 ball game headed to the 4th inning. And Zach Goebel up to bat.
Leading off for the Suns, top of the 4th inning, first baseman, number 13, Zach Goebel.
That's on the freeze guy. It's going to be
Zach Goebel from Augusta State is going to face Thompson here to start the 4th inning. He's going to watch strike number 1 fall in there. Goebel flew out to left field in his first at bat. And he's going to check swing at that one, and it's going to go straight up and behind the catcher for strike number 2.
This has been the story for DeLand all season, is getting behind in these counts and then not being able to do much. Only one hit in, who knows, 13, 14 at bats. Doesn't raise your average up from 194. It only brings it down further.
Goebel faced a 1-2 count in his first at bat, so he's in another hole here against Thompson. 0-2 pitch. Strike him out swinging for out number 1 here in the top of the 4th inning.
It just looked like Goebel thought he was cooked on that at bat and swung at anything that was relatively close. Unfortunately, it'll be another strikeout.
Here's the right fielder, number 6, Will Hodges.
That is Thompson's 5th strikeout of the night, and now he'll face Will Hodges, the right fielder that struck out looking in his first at bat. Hodges is going to be a little bit more aggressive on this at bat as he swings at the first pitch and it goes foul.
Hodges was convinced that ball was going to be a fastball. Instead, he got a curveball that was moving away from him and a little slower than he was expecting, way ahead.
Hodges battled in his first at bat, took it to a 3-2 count. He's down 0-1 here, and he swings down and in goes to deep center field. And Tenney turns his back and runs, and it's going to hit off the base of the wall. And Tenney misplays it, and now they're going to go to third base, and he is safe. And that ball gets away from the third baseman, but he does not advance.
Great play, great piece of hitting by Will Hodges. First triple of the year for Will Hodges and the DeLand Suns. That ball over Tenney's head, and he was just backtracking. But once it bounced off the wall, Hodges took a look at it, made a great read, and decided to go to third. And that ball, had that gone to the dugout, would have had Hodges at home plate and would have given the Suns a 1-0 lead.
Here's the second
So it
baseman,
stands
number
now, they get a
19,
chance for a sac fly.
So we saw a few things on that. We saw Hodges come up to the bat swinging. He was not taking any more pitches, and he was not going to strike out looking that time. He puts that one to dead center. And if you're watching on Facebook Live, I mean, that's about 400 feet out there.
It was deep. 385 is one of the deeper parts of that park, and he had every bit of that. It looked like it was going to go out at first.
Especially the way Tenney was running after it. Looked like he thought it was gone. So now we've got a runner on third base with 1 out, and Michael Harcum is now up to bat. He watches ball number 1. Harcum hit it to third base last at bat. Right over there to Cody Arthur, 1-0 count. Try to drop in a curveball there, but it'll miss for ball number 2.
Harcum had that great play at second base earlier with a nice diving catch. Likely saved a run. See if he can help the offensive cause now.
2-0 pitch. And it's going to be high for ball 3. So a difference in defensive positioning. In the bottom of the third, when a runner was on third base with 1 out, infield was in for the DeLand Suns. But right here, in basically the same situation, the infield's back. They think they're going to score more than 1 tonight. But he's going to walk in here on 4 straight pitches.
And that's not the end of the world for the River Rats or Thompson. It puts the double play in effect. That'll probably be what they're going to be shooting for. Some pitches that are going to be lower in the zone, maybe some fastballs.
Here's the DH, number 5.
Maybe that was the plan all along, and that's why the defensive positioning never changed.
Alonso's up to bat next, and as you mentioned, he's 1 for 11 on the season, so it's not like he's lighting up the stat. He might be the guy you'd rather pitch to.
Alonso struck out looking in his first at bat, and Thompson's going to throw in an off-speed pitch there for strike number 1. So runners on first and third now. 1 out triple and then a 1 out walk. First and third, 0-1 count. And he's going to swing and miss for strike number 2.
Alonso thought surely there would be a fastball. Instead, he got a changeup nearly down the middle, but nonetheless, he was ahead.
Alonso struck out looking his first at bat. 1 for 11 on the year. No RBIs to speak of. He's down 0-2. And he strikes out swinging. The runner's on the way home, and the runner scores, and they're going to throw to first base to get the second out of the inning. So,
one way or the other, Alan Alonso got the job done, I guess. He was the distraction, I guess, or the drop ball, excuse me, allowed him to move to first, and then Will Hodges was on his horse as soon as that ball was dropped. Beat it home and just got in just in time.
You gotta love the aggressiveness from Hodges, and you have to maybe just put a little bit of that on inexperience from Mulrine behind the plate to not be aware of where that runner at third base was.
You really got to look him off first to make sure he goes back and then throw to first. If need be and he tries to come back, he throws from first.
Because all he had to do there was just turn around, tag him, and he was out.
Yep.
He was dead to rights. So now we have a runner on second base, and Jordan Morrow up to bat, the third baseman. And he's up in the count 1-0 with 2 outs and a runner on second base.
Morrow started the opening day, otherwise must have been used in defensive and pinch hit opportunities. Hit by a pitch in his last at bat against Winter Garden. Just beat the runner's shoulder, thankfully he was all right.
Morrow struck out looking in his last at bat. He's up in the count 2-0 now, and we're starting to see Thompson slow down his pace a little bit more now. 2-0 pitch. And he misses high again, so that's ball number 3.
If you're Coach Davidson, you mentioned how he likes to have his starters only go 3-4 innings. This has got to be the last inning for Thompson. His control is just not looking like it was earlier in the game. It likely gets to the pen. They've got to have something warming up.
And the pitching coach is walking down. I see that. I don't see who's warming up. It's around the corner here. 3-0 pitch in there for strike number 1. So the game plan there is not to walk him at all with the open base at first. They're going to try to battle back here and try to face Morrow and get out of this inning.
It might even be a generous first call strike. It looks inside. Granted, Morrow's pretty close on the plate still.
3-1 count, 2 outs, runner on second base. Strike 2, and Morrow threw his bat towards the dugout, and he's got to come back now.
I like it. Morrow on that one swung through the pitch essentially, tried to check, but swung through, and then flipped his bat as if he was going for the walk. Crafty play by Jordan Morrow, but it doesn't fool the umpire.
Sometimes you got to sell it. So we have a 3-2 count, 2 outs, runner on second base. Thompson deals. Strike him out looking to end the top of the 4th inning. We have a new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. DeLand Suns, they lead 1-0. Stick with us here in the bottom of the 4th.
We don't have an urgent score. I don't know if we'll do that or not. The micro fantasy thing.
Thinks it an earned run because it was a long pitch.
Okay. I think the elves are talking about that play too.
This is the top button on there.
Yeah. No. It was on.
I thought it sounded quiet.
want this name. AMC.
76.
That's the winner?
That's for the leader right now for
No, well,
microfantasy.
you gotta have a winner, three-inning winner.
Okay, so then yeah.
AMCEL,
WAIN.
Wayne, 89.
Yeah.
You got a prize for him? Food or something?
Let me ask. What does it say in the script?
Yeah, was it saying there what the prize is?
No, it said pick up your prize.
They might.
Oh yeah, it's a smoothie. It's a smoothie.
You have a dirtiest car?
What about Dirty's Fun Lot? Dirty's Fun.
Hey, our first three-inning winner of Micro Fantasy Baseball, AMCELWAIN 89.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook alongside Luke Hallett. We're calling a good one here. DeLand is now leading 1-0, and because it was a wild pitch, it was an earned run. And I mentioned maybe a lack of experience, behind the plate with Mulrine just starting. Well, Mulrine is a very good catcher. He won SoCon all-freshman team in this past spring, so maybe just a lapse in judgment on that one.
Probably just a mental error. Everybody has them, even all freshman catchers.
So now batting for the Sanford River Rats in the bottom of the fourth inning, Sergio Lopez playing left field tonight. The 0 pitch from right, just high for ball one. And here in Sanford, we've seen Sergio Lopez play a numerous amount of positions. He's come off the bench to pinch hit. He's DH. He's played left. He's played right. And he's going to watch pitch number 2 for ball number 2. Sergio Lopez has a hitter's count now.
Continue playing that Micro Fantasy.
Right's really
Got
easy to
another
find
prize
his
coming up
spots
after the
with his
sixth when we
offside
draw
picks. He's
all
giving out well earlier.
of our raffle
That's
prizes.
why he's only giving up 2 hits, but falling behind 2-0 early, Watman felt the need to talk to him.
Come on.
Wright is not really a strikeout pitcher. He's got 2 strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging, one of them being Sergio Lopez back in the first inning. To end that inning, Sergio Lopez went down on 3 pitches. The 2-0 pitch from Wright. Inside for ball number 3. So the complete opposite at bat here for Sergio Lopez in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Let him swing? No? Bring it out? No?
A leadoff walk is the last thing you want here after you just took the lead. Fastball down the middle for strike number 1.
Wright's going to try and see if he can reclaim that zone that he was really dominating through the first couple of innings.
The 3-1 pitch. Swung on, and that ball is hit over to second base, where Harkham's got it for out number 1.
Those balls have either been floating right to the outfielders or they've been driven right to Harkham. That's what you like to see for the Sox.
Here's the DH.
Just want to take this time to please follow us on Twitter and Instagram at FCSL Rats. Post some great stuff daily, especially promotions that are coming up. Now batting, the lefty, Gunnar Lambert, the DH tonight, popped up to right field in his first at bat. Watches ball number 1 there.
Well, aside from having a great name, Gunnar Lambert also leads the team with the 667 slugging percentage. Aside from Mulrine, who has a 1,001 at bat.
Seeing Wrights really take his time on the mound here. 1-0 pitch. In there for strike 1. Looked like maybe a 2-seamer there. Looked like it went away from Lambert.
Had some good movement. Those are important for Wright, especially if he's going to stay inside. You want it to stay inside and not go to the middle.
That's a van.
1-1 pitch. And that ball's hit up the middle, and Lambert's got himself a single. And a hard round in that first base bag, but he will be in there with a single.
Well, as soon as that ball was off the bat, it looked like Miola was just a little slow to react. It looked like he might have had a shot at getting that ball, but
shortstop,
inside his
number 1.
So now batting with a runner on first base, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Playing shortstop, Francis Villeman.
Just when you started college?
Villeman, as you saw earlier, got on base who's looking like a threat to steal. Of course, most of the Sanford team is.
Yeah, Villeman with that check swing single down the right field line. Very weird, but hey, it was a single, and he's hoping for some magic like that again. Watches the outside pitch fall in for strike one. Looked like it was a little outside.
It did, but Wright has been doing a good job with his off-speed pitches, especially painting those corners.
Yeah, and umpires are more likely to give you those outside corners when they know that you are commanding the zone.
Very true, and I'd say the strike zone's been pretty wide today.
Yeah.
It's definitely been a pitcher's zone.
And I guess that's why it's a 1-0 game here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Villeman 5 for 21 on the year with 1 RBI. The 0-1 pitch and just a pickoff move over there to try to keep Gunnar Lambert close, but Gunnar Lambert was about 1 step off the
I
bag.
was going to say, Lambert not far off the bag at all. Still not far off the bag. Doesn't have any stolen bases on the year or any attempts.
The 0-1 pitch here to Villeman. Swung on, that ball is fouled straight back and out of play here.
That is really.
The rain is now coming down just a little bit. We've seen rain all day here, but this field drains incredibly well, and it's not coming down hard enough to halt this game. Villeman now in an 0-2 count here. Gunnar Lambert about 2 steps off the bag, so no threat there. Wright steps off, and now he's ready. 0-2. Swung on, and that's another foul ball straight back. So a good battle here with 2 strikes.
He choked up on the bat a little bit and he's been fouling a couple pitches off. That's what you want to do if you're down 0-2. Wright has been throwing in pitches, not only in this at bat, but most of the batters he's at 0-2. They've been very hitting good.
The 0-2 pitch. Swung on another foul ball.
I'd like to see 1 or 2 from Wrights really go in the dirt or go outside in a way that there's really no way they could hit them unless they were entirely out of the box.
Really use a waste pitch here. I mean, you got 3 balls to spare. Might as well try to make Villeman chase. A batter that's batting just above 200 in this early season. Gunnar Lambert still about 2-step lead over there, so no stealing threat. 0-2, and that one's in the other batter's box, like you just called.
That's what you want to do, 0-2. Wrights expect an off-speed pitch here is going to be my guess. Either that or he's going to have a fastball in the dirt.
Up next, Miles Symington, the lefty batter. Wright's really slowing down his tempo here, making sure they're on the same page, getting the right signs. 1-2 pitch. Drops in a curveball. Strike him out looking for out number 2.
Second time Wrights has dropped in a curveball. It has that big curve. Doesn't look like it's going to go in for a strike, but at the last second it just gets right into the zone. Great.
The Eagles of Polk State College.
For a strikeout.
And that is Wright's 3rd strikeout of the night. And now batting, Miles Symington. He popped up to shortstop in his last at bat. Now he's got a runner on first base with 2 outs. And Wright's, he's commanding the strike zone so far in this game. The 0-2 pitch swung on, and that ball is hit into at the shortstop, and Miola has got it again. So we head to the top of the 5th inning. Then the DeLand Suns still lead 1-0. Stick with us here at Sanford Memorial.
To be a rat. Let's send it down to Nick and Paisley for Dress Like a Rat. Oh, no chance.
Dead right on the ground. What? It's all teared up. Perfect.
I don't think those pants were quite the right size, but a great job by those two young men. Thank you, Ralphie. Thank you, Nick and Paisley. Well, the owner of a Gray Chrysler Town and Country. The owner of a Gray Chrysler Town and Country.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium, and we've got a brand new pitcher on the mound. Frank Foyaco is now getting the appearance here. Last week he got the start, and he did a great job shutting down the Leesburg Lightning.
Courtesy of Mr. Car Wash. Two locations here in Sanford. Join their unlimited wash club and see why Mr. Car Wash should be your choice for keeping your ride clean. You got the great Town and Country. Yeah, we got a winner right here. Mr. Car Wash going to clean that one up for you.
That's something that Thompson was kind of lacking in his first innings.
Just want to say, if you are watching us on Facebook Live, please keep sharing so that more people can watch. And we're just trying to get those views up. Opening night, we got over 2,700 views, which was a Florida League record. Always incredible to break records here. So we're back to game action here with Frank Foyaco on the mound, and he's going to be facing Jonathan Miola, the guy that made the last out in the bottom of the fourth inning. The 0-0 pitch from Foyaco. In there for strike one.
For the Suns, number 11 shortstop Jonathan Miola.
It's unfortunate that the radar gun's not on tonight because Foyaco, he brings it on the mound and he breaks that bat, and Foyaco's got it, and the PFPs pay off there for out number one.
Just a weak grounder. The contact looked solid, but as that ball went off the bat, it did break the bat, but
leadoff hitter, center fielder Matthew Mulkey.
If it got past Foyaco, it might have been an infield hit.
Yeah, Miola has some solid speed, so I think he would have been able to get there, but just couldn't quite get along that outside the glove of Foyaco.
So now, the leadoff guy, Matthew Mulkey, playing center field. We've called his name a few times tonight, tracking down balls in center field. He's going to watch ball number one.
You got a new pitcher, number 25.
1-0 pitch from Foyaco.
He snuck by all of us.
Thank you.
Ball number two.
Now pitching for the Rats.
Something that
Hillsborough College
here in Sanford we've noticed is Foyaco really changed up his tempo. He goes quick pitch. On that one we saw he was changing the ball in his glove until the last second. So we will see a lot of different things from Frank Foyaco. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and hit to Villeman at short, and he will throw to first for out number two.
That ball needed a little less momentum on it. It's perhaps the opposite of the one that Miola just did. Mulkey just thrown out by a half step. As you mentioned, with the pace of Foyaco, that's really rare to see a reliever. Granted, he started in his last appearance, but that really unbalanced tempo is something that's going to keep your hitters off.
Yeah, I think we will see a little bit more of that when he gets into the stretch. That's when we see a lot of weird stuff going on. But Foyaco makes it work, and now he's got two quick outs, and Zachary Watman, the catcher, up to bat. And there we saw it right there, the quick pitch, but it missed for ball one.
Watman showed bunt on that one. He does have one bunt hit on the year. He's not afraid to do it.
Watman 0 for 0 on the night with 2 walks. So quite the matchup here. A guy that hasn't walked anybody all year versus a guy that's 0 for 0 with 2 walks. Almost drops in the curveball there, but it misses. Ball 2.
As seen by those 2 walks already, Watman has an excellent eye. Facing 2-0. I think he'd get the green light.
Frank Foyaco 2-0. Slow delivery to home. Misses 3-0 now. So something maybe about Wadman. Maybe he stands a little closer to the plate. Makes pitchers just a little bit more uncomfortable. But so far, 2 walks. And he's got a 3-0 count here.
Oh, you got 105? 146.
Outside corner for strike number 1. Frank Foyaco says not that easy.
I think part of why Wadman must have such a good batting eye is because he's a catcher himself. He certainly knows the strike zone better than anyone.
That's for sure. 3-1. Swung on and fouled straight back, so we have a full count now with 2 outs.
Good work by Foyaco battling back.
This is the second full count that Wadman has seen on this early night here.
Get one more just to be sure.
The 3-2 pitch, Foyaco changing the pitch in his glove again, and the home plate ump is going to call time. So like I said, Foyaco really changes up his movements, and that time it was just unbearable for the home plate ump.
Yeah, that might be something that throws off Foyaco going forward, and even Wadman not exactly ready for those pitches, and neither was them.
And I'll bet you right here, Frank Foyaco goes to the quick pitch. Because he did get, there it is. And that ball's hit fouled straight back and out of the stadium. We've seen this from Foyaco, that he has got warned by the home plate ump after doing that slow thing, and he'll come back and he'll probably do the fast pitch again right here. Anything to throw off the hitter. And he misses ball 4. So Wadman draws his 3rd walk of the night. And this one off Frank Foyaco.
Foyaco's first walk of the season. Good time for DeLand. Getting someone on base with 2 outs.
There's a left fielder, Jay Hayes.
And now batting, the left fielder, Jay Hayes, popped up to first base and grounded out to the shortstop in his last at bat.
Big lead.
Big lead over at first, and Foyaco picks off, but nothing going. Frank Foyaco steps off. The 0-0 pitch, and the runner is going to stay, and then drops in a curveball for strike 1 on Hayes.
That one looked awfully inside. He's a little confused by the call. Wadman also, I think, had a little effect on that one. He's got a solid lead at first, so they throw back to first. Try and get him out.
Jay Hayes batting under 200. 3 for 19 on the year. I'm not a math major, so I can't tell you what that percentage is. Another pickoff move to first base. Not going to get him.
Wadman's getting dangerously close to getting thrown out. A steal here would be the 4th attempt for DeLand on the season. Coach Hall really wants to get one more across the board and put Wadman in scoring position by getting on second.
Foyaco up in the count here, 0-1. Runner on first base, 2 outs. Quick pitch there. And they're going to throw down to first, but they do not have him. So 1-1 count now. And did it look like he came set to you on that one?
Not entirely, and I think Wadman's playing a big role in this at bat. He's got a big lead, and they haven't been able to throw him from a pickoff. And I think there's a great chance he steals this at bat.
1-1 pitch, swung on, and that ball's hit to third base. Cody Orther, and he's going to throw it over to first for out number 3. And we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The DeLand Suns still lead 1-0. Stick with us. We got a great ball game going.
We've got that raffle drawing coming up in the 6th inning right now. If you're under the age of 12, we want to see how fast you really are. We've got races of the bases after this half inning. So if you want to run those bases, head on down behind the Rats dugout, down the first baseline, and we'll send you out after this half inning. Races of the bases, all under 12. Rats want to thank Haystacks Restaurant, Don Barbera's great place up there in Eustis, and TDQ Chicken. Boy, they've been a great sponsor in the last few years. Both of them supply tonight's team meal. for the Rats. We appreciate that. When you go to PDQ or out in Eustis, you head to Haystacks right on 1792. Tell them thanks for supporting the Rats.
Who's the first person up?
Should be 28. 28, 28.
That'd be mold rot when you catch it.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. The DeLand Suns, they lead 1-0. But the Sanford River Rats are coming to the bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning with Anthony Mulrine up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the night. He popped up to the first baseman back in the 2nd inning. Mulrine, the SoCon all-freshman team this past spring at Sanford. So we're going to see what he can do right here. And he swings at the first pitch, and it's down the line. And Mulrine's probably got extra bases, and he does, as that ball hits off the wall. And Mulrine starts off the bottom of the 5th with the leadoff double.
Mulrine trying to make up for that run that I guess you could say he allowed it. I mean, it ends up being charged to the pitcher, but that he allowed. Leadoff double, certainly the way to do that. All it takes is getting on third, maybe a sacrifice bunt and a sacrifice fly, and it's a tie ball game.
So just as we say that, the DeLand Suns bullpen starts getting hot down the left field line. And something we've seen, and anybody in this press box can tell you, when a guy gets on base, second or third, 1 out, nobody out, the River Rats have struggled to get that run in.
I think that's something DeLand can empathize with as well. DeLand only has very few runs scored on the season. Four a game. It's time for 4th in the league.
Now, runner on second base, Parker Quinn is now up to bat. He's going to watch ball number 1.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Parker Quinn struck out looking on 3 pitches in his first at bat. His only job here is put the ball on the right side, get that runner to third base with 1 out. The 1-0 pitch in there for strike 1 on the outside corner.
That was a ball, the first one was a strike.
Warming up, or what appears to be warming up in the Suns pen, Troy Knapp and DeAndre Knight.
1-1 pitch, nobody out. Runner on second base after a leadoff double. Swung on it, and that ball goes foul right into the third base dugout for strike number 2.
Wrights, when he gets ahead of these guys, has been finishing them off with that curveball. I'd like to see it again. It just dips in at the last second. It's just a great pitch.
That's how he got the strikeout on Parker Quinn, his first at bat. Parker Quinn, 0 for 1 on the night, 3 for 13 on the season. 1 long ball, so he does have the pop in there. The 1-2 pitch swung on, and that ball goes in the first base dugout. And now it's going to bounce out and back to the pitcher. Thank you to everybody watching us on Facebook Live right now. 18 viewers at the moment. That's very cool. Please keep sharing and liking and follow our page. We want everybody to enjoy this ball game here at Sanford Memorial Stadium.
So is Matt still working for Elias? He's working for him.
1-2 pitch
He was hired on a 10th
from Matthew Wright into his 5th inning of work here. He's going to step off. Got 2 guys warming up in the bullpen for the DeLand Suns. I'm not sure if anybody's warming up for the River Rats. 1-2 pitch to Parker Quinn. High fastball for ball number 2.
Wright isn't as strong with his fastball as his other pitches, but that one being so inside, hoping he can just get a little weak contact, try and force it out.
We're really starting to see the rain come down a little harder now. Might start affecting gameplay here. 2-2 pitch, runner on second base, and strike him out swinging for out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Off speed again for Wright. A little bit of a breaking ball is what it appeared to be. Way ahead of that ball was Quinn. And that's the first out of the inning.
You want to run the bases?
Wright's 4th strikeout, and he gave up that leadoff double, but he is not backing down at all. Came back, got the strikeout. That's the kind of bulldog mentality any coach wants when they throw a pitcher out there on the mound.
Judging by Wright's last start, I know Coach Hall was very appreciative and very glad of the effort. So far, I'd say Wright's is doing a good job here today as well.
So now batting, the leadoff batter playing center field, Rodney Tenney, with a runner on second base. That would be the tying run, and he's going to drop a bunt down, and it goes foul out of play for strike number 1.
Oftentimes, when you foul off that first bunt, you lose not only a strike in the count, but you lose the element of surprise.
Right.
Tenney knew going into he was going to bunt, but the defense had no idea. Now Morrow can play a little farther in. Now that it takes away that element of surprise, and now it's going to be a lot more difficult.
We saw Tenney drop down that bunt back in the 3rd inning, got to first, but then the throwing error got him to third base. So that was runner on third base, 1 out. Then the River Rats were unable to cash in. The 0-1 pitch drops it in for strike 2 with the off-speed stuff.
And now it's almost no chance he plays down a bunt down 0-2. Granted, I saw Zach Watman a few games ago drop down a bunt, still had the instructions on to do it. He was down 0-2, but certainly not recommended in most situations.
They're really trying to pull this ball, at least get that runner to third base. Have a productive at bat here for Tenney. That's his job. High fastball for ball 1. The DeLand Suns, they're leading this ball game 1-0 in a complete pitcher's duel. Wright has definitely slowed down his tempo through each inning as he's gone on and on. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, and that ball's hit to shortstop, but the runner's going to go to third, and he's there, and Miola's not going to be able to make a throw as that ball slips out of his fingers. And that is going to be first and third now with 1 out.
And that's really having your cake and eating it too. If you're the River Rats, they were expecting or really trying just to get the sacrifice, move the runner over to third base, but instead they got both the guys on base and no one out. That's the ideal situation for Sanford.
And we're going to see here if that's an error or a hit. But right now we've got a mound visit, and the official score gives it a hit. And you know what? I'm going to have to agree with his speedy Tenney running down to first base. I think he would have beat that one out because it was a slow hit ball.
Tenney has a lot of speed. It would have been a difficult play at first. It would have been real bang bang. I understand the call for it.
So the important part on that, he got Mulrine from second to third, and there's still 1 out.
Huge play, and they got the runner on first. I mean, if I was DeLand, I'd watch out for the double steal, especially from a team that steals as many bags as Sanford.
Right now, at this point in the season, there's nobody the Sanford River Rats one up more than Cody Orther, leading the league in batting average. Went 4 for 4 with 3 RBIs a few games ago. So Cody Orther, he's 0 for 1 on the night after he got hit in the first inning. Now he's got a big job to do with first and third and 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, down by 1 run as the rain continues to fall. Both pitchers in the DeLand Suns bullpen warm and ready to go. The 0-0 pitch to Orther, and it's fouled straight back and out of play. It looked like Tenney gave some sort of fake steal attempt to second base on that one.
Likely to try and throw off Watman. Nice decision by Wright, though. Throw that ball a little higher, making it hard to get over. That way it would be sacrifice fly opportunity.
Omar Villeman is the next batter on deck. So the 0-1 pitch, a pickoff move to first base, almost threw it into right field. And we have Runners on first and third with one out here. The lefty Villeman on deck. Cody Orther coming into the game batting .476. 0 for 1 on the day with a hit by pitch, and the runner's on the move, and that ball's hit to shortstop, and it's going to score a run, and Orther is out at first, but now they're going to get him out at third base. So an unusual 6-3-5 double play to end the 5th inning, but the RBI from Cody Orther. We have a new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium, all tied up 1-1. Stick with us. We have an even better ball game going.
And they're off. Got a bunch of all-stars out there. Got to touch them all. Don't cut the base. That's what he did. Down the stretch they come. Give them 5, Ralphie. Boy, we do have the fastest fans in the league.
What do I need to choose? The batter count and the pitch. So, when do you pass the tire? On this. So, that's how hard that's out. You need to roll. You need two. Batter count 2, pitch count 2, 3.
Here they come. Whoop. A little trip up. Bring it home. Come on. Big sister there. What's the Paisley? Bring it home, Paisley.
Batter count 2, pitch count 4.
A little hesitation on the steal of home. And you are safe at home.
Races of the bases here at Sanford Memorial. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live right now. You are seeing a 1-1 ball game. They're going in to the 6th inning. Stay with us. We got a good one here.
Field with your dad and play some catch. We got a great ticket package that includes food and the opportunity to go out on the field. And of course, we've got the Magic Blue Crew coming in. So Saturday night, Winter Garden will be in 7 o'clock game time. If you want to go out on the field and play catch with your kid, 6 o'clock is the time to get here.
Well, put him out 6 to 3 first. Drag the guy second. Drag the guy in. So he goes there. Yeah. And then go for Yako, isn't it? Yeah, play him out. Look at his throw him out 3, 5.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. Sorry that break was so long. We had races of the bases here, as always, at every home game. Kids 12 and under get to run around the bases just like the older kids. And we've got a great ball game here going 1-1.
13 goal.
And leading off for the DeLand Suns here in the top of the 6th inning. And he loses the bat on the backswing there, and it goes towards his dugout. So Zach Goebel, maybe the rain. I mean, we're looking at the rain. You can't see it on Facebook Live, but the rain certainly is coming down. If you look towards the lights, you can surely see the rain is coming down. Maybe he has to get a little bit more pine tar on that one.
It's a scary situation whenever someone lets loose of one of their bats, especially at Sanford Memorial Stadium when there's no stop in front of the dugouts. Thankfully, everyone emerges without any injuries, cuts or bruises.
So 0-1 count here. Foyako, quick pitch, strike number 2. So Luke, you're really seeing a different delivery here. I couldn't really explain it before the game, but Foyako, that's what he does.
Changing it up, that's the way to do it. If you're a reliever, catch them off guard.
Ooh.
Didn't catch anybody off guard with that one as he hit him with the curveball right in the back of the helmet. So he lets the leadoff man get on base. with the hit by pitch, and I'm going to have to assume he couldn't get a grip on it because of this rain that's coming down.
Global took that one like a champ also. He saw that one was coming in, and I would think 98%
Right fielder,
of batters
number
were
6,
back and trying to get out of the
Will
way. So Global took his base. Props to Zach Global with that one.
Yeah, Goebel was 0 for 2 on the night, so maybe, trying to help out the team any way possible. Now up to bat, Will Hodges. Going to watch ball 1. Hodges had that triple back in the 4th inning, right off the center field wall. And then he struck out looking. In his first at bat, he's going to watch strike 1 in there on the outside corner. Runner on first base after the leadoff hit by pitch. Here in the top of the 6th inning.
Worst part about that for Foyaco was he had him down 0-2 at one point.
Yeah. Pickoff move attempt. Nothing going. Foyaco has a 1.17 ERA coming into the game.
And a .78 whip. Foyaco really does control how many guys he has on base.
1-1 count here. Nobody out. Runner on first base. And that one's inside for ball 2. It looked like he almost got him as well.
Nearly hit Will Hodges on the elbow that time. He thrown over to first a couple of times about Goebel. Goebel no steal attempts on the year. I'd be real shocked to see him go.
Hodges came into the game batting 6 for 22. And they're going to back pick him at first. Nothing going. So now it's a 2-2 count after the called strike. And it looks like Foyaco is really concerned with the runners on first base tonight.
That's interesting. I mean, maybe Goebel was supposed to go and just didn't like the lead he got and ran back to first pretty quick. But he's certainly having an effect.
2-2 pitch, and that ball swung on and hit to Villeman at short, and he misses it. And went over his outstretched glove as he maybe mistimed his jump, but a single into left field. And it looked like a broken bat.
Suns will take any way they can get on base possible. Will Hodges single into triple now. Runners on first and second, nobody out. DeLand in a great situation.
And now comes head coach Kevin Davidson with the mound visit, and maybe
on Thursday night, Winter Garden will begin the squeeze.
just a time to get his bullpen some extra time to get warmed up down there in the bullpen.
And then Saturday, our Father's Day weekend, as the Orlando Magic Blue Crew will be in the house. It'll be a great evening.
We have had a great night despite the rain here. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live right now. I see all the viewers. I see all the likes. Thank you guys so much. Keep them coming. You're witnessing a great ball game here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. Keep sharing, though, so all of your friends and more people can enjoy this amazing atmosphere that we are providing here in the Florida College Summer League. Frank Foyaco on the mound here. Nobody out. Runners on first and second after the leadoff hit by pitch. And then the single into left field. So here's the bunt attempt. Goes foul towards Cody Orther at third base.
Hargum has no bunt attempts on the year. That was his first one. A little bit foul. He needs to really pop that down the third base line. Make sure it doesn't go foul, roll foul. Down 0-2, you can't lay that bunt down.
Hargum grounded out to third base in his first at bat, and he walked on 4 pitches in his second at bat back in the 4th inning. The Rats are really needing an out here. First base crashes hard and fouls that one straight back, so that's 0-2 count. And what do you do here? Do you let him swing? Do you make him bunt again? Really try to get those runners over to second and third, because also, this rain is coming down, and we could see a rain delay and then a postpone and game over. You're trying to get a run as soon as possible.
Well, first and foremost, I'd expect some junk being thrown on this pitch here, but after that, unless Harkin swings at it, of course, I think Harkin should just take like a normal at bat, just facing an 0-2 or a 1 count.
We're going to see right here, River Rats think he's going to bunt again. Parker Quinn charging, doesn't, and strike him out swinging for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th inning with runners on first and second.
Harcum ahead of that pitch, not quite ready for the off speed.
Here's the DH number 5, Alan Alonso.
Alan Alonso is now up to bat, the DH. Is it 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts? 6'2", 200-pound freshman from Lake Sumter, right here in Florida. Frank Foyaco, slow tempo now, and Alonso's going to step out, regroups. We're starting to see a little bit of water behind Villeman at shortstop. Yo, pitch, swung on and missed, and it looked like Alonso took a hack right there.
He did. That was the 3-run home run swing right there. Alonso, as you said, doesn't have a great batting average, but you know what they say, never a better time than that.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe that was the home run swing, as he does have 1 home run in the season, and there's no better time for a home run than right now to put the Riverettes down even more. So Alonso swings and fouls that one off. So 0-2 count now.
Alonso's found himself in a few unfavorable count situations today. This one perhaps with the biggest stakes.
Alonso in his 3rd 0-2 count of the night. Frank Foyaco just struck out the last man. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside the other batter's box. Great use of the waist pitch there to see if Alonso was eager to swing, and he held up. Top of the 6th inning here. Runners on first and second base after the leadoff hit by a pitch, and then the single into left field. Strikeout by Harcum, and then that leads us right here to where we are with 2 strikes, 1 ball, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Foyaco still on the mound. 1-2 pitch. Strike him out, swinging for out number 2, and Foyaco has battled back.
Foyaco's looked excellent these last couple batters. 2 strikeouts, all of them without getting.
Third baseman number 23, Jordan Morrow.
Now batting, Jordan Morrow also has 2 strikeouts on the night. He's seen a few more pitches, but this one at bat's crucial. He's going to watch ball number 1.
Now, if I'm Morrow, doesn't have too many hits in his most recent at-bats, under the game and batting 200. I swing at this next pitch. I think it's a fastball, and I think it's one where you can get a run home, and you can be responsible for getting that go-ahead RBI.
1-0 pitch, fastball, and he swings in, drives it to left center field. Sergio Lopez and Tenney give chase, but it's up against the wall, and that's a double. 1 run scores, 2 run scores. He's headed third. Villeman with the throw, unable to come up with it. And we've got a runner on third base now, 2 outs, and we have a new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium as the DeLand Suns go up 3-1. And you guys heard it here first. My man Luke predicted that 2 seconds before it happened.
Thank you.
Incredible job.
Free cookie dough.
Well, Jordan Morrow certainly followed the scouting report. After having no triples entering today,
Here's a shortstop.
DeLand has 2. 1 from
Mayola.
Lodges, 1 from Jordan Morrow. Morrow's being the difference maker right now, 2 runs scoring.
So now batting the shortstop, Jonathan Miola with a runner on third base and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. I'm not sure where that missed, but it did, and it's ball 1.
That one did look like it was going to be called a strike. It looked like it was on the inside part of the plate clearly, but the umpire has a much better view than I do.
1-0 pitch. Right there for strike number 1 to even it back up.
From a broadcaster's perspective, that looked like the same pitch as
No.
ball number 1.
But we're about 100 feet away from home plate, so it's his job, not mine. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. They are going to check, and he did. 1-2 count now. 2 outs, runner on third base. Here in the top of the 6th inning. So Foyaco giving up 2 runs in this inning. And strike him out swinging. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning with a new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. The DeLand Suns, they lead 3-1.
And
Stay with us.
Also participating in our raffle, We've got some prizes to give away here. Take a look at your ticket. I'm going to read the last 3 digits of the ticket. And if you've got the winner, come on up here to the press box, and we will give you a great prize. And again, thank you for participating in our raffle. Nick and Paisley are up here. Well, at least Nick is. Nick is here. 162, you're a winner. Come on up. 162. 070. 070, you're a winner. Buffalo Wild Wings has got a prize for 141. 141. 088 is a winner. 088. 168. 168 is a winner. Head on up. 105. Got a prize for you. 105. 172. 172 is a winner. 146 is a winner too. Come on up. 146. 073. A $20 gift card from Wing Zone is all yours. At 035. A winner as well, 035. All of you come up. If your numbers hasn't been called, hang on. If the prize is not claimed, we'll redraw.
Okay, ready? Can I just rip this page off for you to have this, or do you need it?
Yeah, go ahead.
You still have this.
Thank you.
Eight's now pitching. Number 8.
Okay. From Nav, is that what it is?
Nav. Yeah.
Now pitching for the Suns from the Eagles, Riddle, number 8, Troy. Now, leading off for the Rats in the bottom of the 6th, here's the big O, number 3, Lamar. Lamar.
Hey, we're back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium, and we have a brand new pitcher on the mound, Troy Nab from Embry-Riddle.
Nab, a native of DeLand, Florida, not very far drive from him. Threw one perfect inning against Winter Park earlier last week on Saturday. Otherwise, no earned runs on the season, 3 innings pitched, averaging 15 strikeouts for every 9 innings.
So we're going to see some good stuff here from Nab, and he gets Villeman to swing at that one and goes rolling down the first base line foul.
This is the 3rd appearance of the season for Nab. Batters only batting 111.
So Omar Villeman, 1-1 count, swings it down and goes fouled straight back. 1-2 count on the 0-for-2 Villeman. We don't see that too often. Last season, Villeman batted over 400 in this very league. This year, just batting over 300. So maybe he'll get it going here soon.
Season's early. I'd expect improvement from not only the Villeman, but the Suns' batting total as well.
Yep, so Villeman popped up to center field and to second base. The rain is slowed down just a bit, but we've seen a little bit of accumulation right there at second base and where the shortstop stands.
Foge. That's the trick.
We're going to need to see something here from the River Rats here in the bottom of the 6th. This is when their bats start to get going. 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Not gonna lie, I'm pretty surprised they're still in there.
Yeah.
The late innings seem to be their thing. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, and that ball's hit to the second baseman slowly, but Villeman is fast, and he is safe. He beats it out for the infield single to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. So a great hustle play there by Villeman.
Fantastic hustle. That ball just hit real weakly, got outside the glove of Nab, and Arkham fielded that ball as quickly as he could and slung it over just about as quickly as possible, but the speed of Villeman made it nearly impossible to throw him out.
Left fielder.
So now batting,
Number 30.
Sergio Lopez in a kind of a crucial spot here with the leadoff man getting on. Sergio Lopez, we're not looking to get the runner over anymore. We're looking for a ball in the outfield. Pitch. Swung on, fouled straight down for strike number 1.
And Villeman was taking off. Had that ball not been fouled, it would have been a tough throw for him. And
Suspended the game for getting tossed? Is that what happens?
Yeah.
We've got a
What happened?
pitcher warming up down in the bullpen for the DeLand Suns. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live right now. See a lot of viewers right now. Please keep sharing so more people can watch and see this amazing game between the DeLand Suns and the Sanford River Rats. We've got a good one here. DeLand's leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Leadoff single by Omar. Now Sergio Lopez up to bat. 0-1 count. Check swing, and he did go. So strike 2 here on Sergio Lopez. Struck out in his first at bat and lined out to second base in his last at bat.
Good decision by Watman to appeal. It didn't look like he was going to get the call. Motion to the infield umpire and got it.
0-2 pitch coming. Used the waste pitch there. Ball 1.
Nab has yet to walk anyone on the season with a 1-2 count. He's hoping not to walk not to walk his first.
The next batter would be Gunnar Lambert. Had a single in his last at bat. So 1-2 count here. Runner on first base. Pickoff move attempt. Great throw right on the money, but not far enough off the bag to get him.
It's a bullet over at first base, but as you mentioned, Billman is not nearly far enough off the bag to get a tag and out.
Ball's gonna be so wet because it touches the outfield.
The rain is still coming down here. 1-2 count. Swung on, and that ball is hit out of the park here. Down the right field line. Nothing changes in the count. 1-2 still. Nobody out. Leadoff single by a speedy Omar Villeman that never went past 90 feet. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Bounces in front of the plate. A great block by Watman there.
Watman, also a great defensive catcher. That ball bounced several feet in front of the plate. A real interesting pitch. Kind of a jump pitch they used. They could have allowed Villeman to get over, too.
The field crew does such a great job here at Sanford Memorial that we can see the indent where that ball hit right in front of home plate. Sergio Lopez now still battling. 2-2 count. Nobody out. Down by 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 3. And Sergio Lopez is battling back here against the relief pitcher Nab.
Nab had been throwing a lot of pitches outside. That one a little inside. Missed the corner. Now he's facing a full count.
Nab is a 6'1", 185-pound junior. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight down. So we reset.
He fouled that pitch off his foot. Those are the ones where it takes a minute to walk it off, but that next at bat, that next pitch, not always the same. I would expect Nab to attack him.
Yeah, and you don't want to face Gunnar Lambert up next. Really, you don't want to face Sergio Lopez. He is a great hitter, and we're seeing it right here. And you know, he's a better outfielder. He has got a rocket arm. I got to see it here on opening day from left field. The man has a rocket, and he is a very good all-around player here for the Sanford River Rats. 3-2 count here. Villeman on first base. Nab takes his time, steps off here. DeLand leads 3-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning after they just scored 2 runs. 3-2 pitch from Nab. Challenges him, and that ball is going to go foul as Sergio Lopez just hits it to the left of third base.
The Suns caught a break there. If that ball would have been fair, Jordan Morrow was not going to be able to field it. I think that the runner Villeman would have scored from first base, and we would have had Lopez on second.
The rain has, I think, come to a slight drizzle, so maybe the water accumulation, as you can see on Facebook Live, right to the right of second base, and where the shortstop is, that is all water accumulation from the rain. 3-2 count. Nab checks on the runner. Sergio Lopez draws ball 4, and we have runners on first and second base here in the bottom of the 6th inning with Gunnar Lambert, the DH, now up.
That's Troy Nab's first walk of the season, and it couldn't come at a worse time just from the standpoint of hitting down 0-2. But a great piece of hitting by Lopez and being able to battle back.
So now we have a pinch hitter, Dathan Pruitt, a shortstop, and I think this is his first appearance, and it's going to be for Gunnar Lambert in a very crucial spot.
For Gunnar Lambert.
Pruitt recently added to the
Welcome him back, number 13 from
a lot of faith in
to Dathan Pruitt.
Head coach Cody.
Who got a double last time, didn't he?
So they take out Gunnar Lambert. He was 1 for 2 at the single. Put in Dathan Pruitt here. Runners on first and second after the infield single by Omar Villeman, and then the walk after the great at-bat by Sergio Lopez. The DeLand Suns just scored 2 in the top of the 6th. We're here in the bottom of the 6th, and they're going to put him into bunt. And he puts it down. It's a beauty, and it will get the job done. Oh, no, it will not. Well, it will, because he is safe at first base, so it really gets the job done.
Just play some music right now.
Oh, okay.
Coach Hall incensed by that call. He is out there saying words we can't be repeating on a broadcast to the umpire.
The throw from the pitcher pulled the first baseman go off of first base. So that is a huge miscue, but I guess, Dathan Pruitt, you come in, you do your job, and we applaud you up here in the press box, unless you're a DeLand Suns fan.
It looked like Goebel had that ball, but it looked he must have just slipped off the bag, and Coach Hall's been ejected.
And there he goes. And the umpire kind of just walks away. I guess he was done with what he had to say.
Coach Hall's going to get his money worth now. He's already out of the game. He might as well go back and argue a little more.
And now the home plate umpire is out there trying to calm him down near second base. And he is going to get the play escort off of the field. I think Rick Hall knows the importance of that out.
Well, it's not only, as you said, a very important out that allows runners on second and third with one out instead of bases are loaded with nobody out. This could be one of those moments where you try and motivate your team, however. You get out there and, I guess, get in an argument and really pump them up.
Yeah, now Kevin Davidson is going to go talk to the home plate ump. And I don't know what they are going to be talking about, but if you're watching on Facebook Live, please share so everybody can watch what's about to happen. We got bases loaded here, bottom of the 6th inning. The Sanford River Rats are down 2 runs, but they've got base loaded, nobody out. With Francis Villeman up to bat, he has a single and a strikeout tonight. His brother's on third base, so we're hoping for some magic here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nab came into the game in this inning on the mound. The 0 pitch swung on. That ball's hit to deep center field, and Mulkey's going to turn his back, and he does not have it. He falls down. 1 run scores. 2 run scores. Villeman's headed to third. 3 run scores, and the bases loaded triple here, and we have a brand new score at Sanford Memorial Stadium. Your River Rats now lead 4-3.
What a turn in events. That extra out could have been a huge play in the ballgame, perhaps the biggest play in the ballgame, or the play that didn't happen. But then, going into this game, neither one of these teams had any triples. Sanford's got 1 and DeLand's got 2.
So now aren't you all happy on Facebook Live? You just got to witness a triple to center field to give your River Rats a 1-run lead. An incredible job. And now we have a runner on third base with nobody out. And Miles Symington, one of the better River Rats hitters, up to bat.
And the tables have just been completely turned on the Suns. They came into this bottom of the inning up 2 runs with Troy Knapp, perhaps one of their more reliable relievers, coming to the mound. And all of a sudden the wheels came off.
You know, that was an incredible hit on a first pitch fastball. He put that one to dead center. We have not seen much power from Villeman. Villeman has 1 RBI coming into the game, and now he tripled that. So
big hit for Sanford. Meeting on the mound, it looks like this might be it for Nab, as Coach Mike Powers comes and takes Nab out. New pitcher coming in for DeLand.
So Nab's night is done. And we'll see a new DeLand Suns pitcher with no outs and a runner on third base.
Good job by the Suns. Rallying around Nab, giving him a fist bump, a high five, saying, hey, we're going to get back out of this one together.
Going to see a lefty pitcher now.
Okay.
And I will let you know who that is when we find out.
28.
Number 28.
It's going to be Trey Vickery, just brought in. This is his first appearance of the season. He's from Florida Gulf Coast, a lefty. Just added to the roster. We'll see what he can do. In a pretty big spot, you need to play damage control, make sure not to throw any more gas on the fire.
We touched on it before the broadcast, at the beginning of the broadcast, that these are the two best record teams in the league. First place DeLand Suns. It's still early, folks, but these are the only two teams with an over 500 record. And, you know, they're proving it right here. These are two very good ball teams.
Absolutely. The pitching was real solid going into this inning. It's fallen off a little bit, but that's because the hitting's been better. Both these teams really illustrating why they're over 500.
So we can just recap a little bit here. It all started with Omar Villeman, the hustle play. He got to first base before the second baseman could charge it, get it, throw it to first base. And then Sergio Lopez battled, drew the walk. Then it was first and second. Dathan Pruitt came in, bunted first pitch, got it down, pitcher grabs it, throws it to first base, pulls the guy off. Then the coach gets ejected, and first pitch, Francis Villeman triple to center field, clears the bases, gives the River Rats the 4-3 lead.
It has been a whirlwind in this bottom of the sixth inning, and all of a sudden you look up and Sanford's up 4-3.
Now batting a pinch hitter, Jackson Muldowney. It will hit from Miles Symington with a runner on third base, nobody out. He's going to swing the first pitch, and he will miss.
Stop raining.
I hate to play third base when a guy's swinging away and you're in on him like that.
0-1 pitch, infield in, and he swings at the second one, strike two.
Crazy part for DeLand, still no outs in this inning.
Yeah, and then Anthony Mulrine, the catcher, is up next, and he is 1 for 2 with a double.
He really laced that last one in the left field.
0-2.
Feeling good pitching against him either.
Ball one. Wow.
That was a tough one. That one looked like a much needed third strike, but alas, it went too.
The categories go after.
The infield is in here.
Just a team. Choose a team in the league.
1-2 count on Jackson Muldowney. High fastball for ball two. So it looks like, you know, we talked about it. You talked about it for sure. The DeLand Suns, their bullpen was their key, their strong point. And tonight, I don't want to say it failed them, but it hasn't held up to what they have been doing.
Yeah, their ERA was 2.25 as a staff. That was best in the league as he swings and misses, taking out Muldowney. But yeah, this Suns team was really, the pitching and the bullpen, for that matter, was a strong point. They only allowed 0.27 walks per game, and
there's a catcher, number 28, Anthony.
So that's really the focal point of this.
Mulrine.
So after the strikeout, Anthony Mulrine is now up. Pop up to the first baseman back in the second inning and a double in the fifth inning. His job is get that run in at third base. 1 out. Drops in a slider for strike one. We're seeing a lot of that working backwards from these DeLand Suns pitchers.
This being Vickery's first appearance, no one has seen him pitch unless they played him throughout the college circuit, so he's looking good so far, fooling hitters every now and again.
Dropped that one before the plate, so ball one through the old 55-footer. as Vickery gets a new ball. Thank you, everybody watching us on Facebook Live. Please follow us on Twitter and Instagram at FCSL Rats for more information on your Sanford River Rats. The 1-1 count here to Mulrine. Up in the zone for ball 2. Infield still in with 1 out here. They're going to try to make sure that run does not score. 2-1 count, 1 out. And that ball is hit straight up. And Morrow has got it over there at third base for out number 2.
Big one by Trey Vickery. Sacrifice fly is out of the equation. Now just 1 more out, and they've limited the damage.
So the F5, if you are keeping track at home,
First baseman, Parker.
Now batting, the first baseman, Parker Quinn, is going to try to redeem himself right here in the bottom of the 6th inning with 2 outs. Runner on third base has a strikeout looking, a strikeout swinging.
Yeah, he just popped out.
Here's the first pitch, and he swings at the outside pitch for strike 1.
Hit a fair ball.
Quinn actually drafted in the 40th round by the Nationals in 2015, on today being the MLB draft, or the second day rather.
The 0-1 pitch. And same pitch, it looked like, and same result. Strike 2 on Quinn, and Quinn needs to just regroup here and put something in play.
Trey Vickery's looking sharp in his first appearance. No hits.
Yeah, came in a tough spot.
Better steal home, kid. That's the only way you're going to
0-2 count. 2 outs, runner on third. He tried to triple him up there, but missed away on that one. 1-2 count.
Seen one of those in a while.
2 outs, runner on third base. 1-2. Now 2-2 after the missed pitch there, just low.
That was a tough pitch.
Vickery thought for sure that was going to be strike 3. Walked away slightly upset.
Yeah, Vickery.
Not the only son that's been upset today.
Vickery surely needed that one. Get him out of this inning. 2-2 pitch.
Come on down the line. Come on down.
Ooh, tried maybe a slider there. Left it up. Ball 3. So now we got a full count.
Vickery's thrown 3 straight pitches that really weren't that close to the zone. After his first 2 were looking, a little bit high, but they were swung on and missed a foul.
Up next will be Rodney Tenney, 2 for 3 on the night. Swinging a foul ball straight back. So we reset with a 3-2 count.
That's another ball that Vickery threw. It just happened to be swung on. If I'm the batter, I'm letting this one go.
3 runs this inning off the bases loaded triple by Francis Villeman. He's still stuck at third base.
Yeah, you put it where it says total deposit, right?
And the 3-2 pitch. Oh, and that gets away from the catcher, but it bounces off the wall here at Sanford Memorial, and it goes right back to him, so the runner is unable to score, but we have first and third after the 3-2 walk.
You're going to put the
A
total
fortuitous bounce for
Yeah.
the DeLand Suns. That one well over the head of Wyman, and really the 5th straight pitch that would be a ball for Trey Vickery. I don't know how it hit the backstop, but it just perfectly came back to Wyman. No chance for over that there.
So a lucky break there for the DeLand Suns. But now they have to face Rodney Tenney. Has a single over the shortstop's head.
Out of the third base. Away.
And the bunt single back in the 3rd inning.
A little more room to slap it that way.
First and third, 2 outs.
He'll still bunt with the third baseman on top of it.
The third baseman is in front of the bag, maybe anticipating that bunt again. First and third, 2 outs here. And he's going to try the drag bunt, and he'll pull back, but it's strike 1.
Not quite going to work for Tenney. Again, he tries to bunt it and flash the bat as well.
If you would,
That'd be a big way to get a run. Vickery, though, hasn't been throwing too many strikes. I'd be surprised that if Tenney gets too many good pitches.
Yeah, the lefty-lefty matchup here. First and third, 2 outs, 0-1 count. Misses high and away for ball 1.
The drop between those first 2 batters and the last 2 has been steep for Vickery. Hopefully he's able to refine the zone for the Suns.
Cody or the third baseman would be next. 1-1 count. No lead either way. Strike 2, looking. And Tenney is in a hole here.
Tenney not exactly thrilled with that call. Big one for the Suns.
Tenney's 6 for 15 on the year. He is really proving why he should be in the starting lineup on a daily basis. Came in the game batting .333. 1-2 count, 2 outs, runners on first and third. Here's the pitch. And that ball swung on and fouled out of play here at Sanford Memorial.
Courtesy of our GM, Michael Lieberman and his wife Cindy, half price.
So Vickery got the first 2 outs pretty quickly, but has been unable to get this last out to take them to the top of the 7th. Runners on first and third after the walk, after the triple, and then the walk. 1-2 count. Swung on, and that ball is hit to second base. And Harkham's got it as he throws over to first for the 4-3 putout. And that ends the 6th. And we have a new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. Your River Rats lead 4-3. Stick with us. We're heading to the 7th in a great ball game.
While they last. Remember that, I don't know how many years it's been now, a playoff game between DeLand and Winter Park with Randy Harvey. The last out of the game, he just throws his helmet down, sitting on first, and Harvey berating him. And Rick Hall came out, that almost blew up, didn't it?
Randy's going to up some this year.
Huh?
Randy's going to up some games this year.
Well, he just walked off the field, everything was been fine. Made a bad call. I mean, he was safe there, but and that was the last game of the season too for that. I mean, that was game 3 of the playoffs. Leading off for the Suns, in the top of the 7th, center fielder, number 4, Matthew Mulkey.
Hey, we're back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. Your River Rats now lead 4-3. We're here in the top of the 7th inning, where leadoff man Matthew Mulkey is taking on Frank Fogliacco. Drag bunt idea does not work out as he misses for strike number 1.
And as I said earlier, when you foul off a bunt on that first pitch, you lose the element of surprise. Now the defense and the pitcher have a chance to adjust.
So a high-scoring 6th inning we just had. 5 total runs. Frank Fogliacco up 0-1 here. And that ball is driven to left field. But Rodney Tenney can just stand there and pull it down for out number 1 here in the top of the 7th inning.
This is the problem for DeLand. They're not a great hitting team. They only average 6 a game. It's last in the league by a pretty wide margin.
Catcher, number 12, Zachary.
In order to get back on the board, I mean, the pitching can only do you so much. If that fails you or lets you down a little bit, you got to score runs to make up the difference.
Now batting, Mr. Free Bases, Zachary Watman, 0 for 0, 3 walks. Gave Frank Fogliacco his first walk of the year. And let's see if he just doesn't need the bat this time. Well, he swings the first pitch. It goes foul down the right field line for strike number 1.
Watman was looking off speed on that pitch. He saw it was going to be called a strike and tried to swing, maybe make something happen, but he was too late and it was foul.
River Rats lead 4-3 here in the top of the 7th inning. DeLand Suns are at bat with Watman 0 for 0 on the night. Frank Foyaco into his 3rd inning of work. A 1 pitch. Drops in the curveball for strike 2. I don't think Foyaco is going to let him walk again.
That pitch was great. That was reminiscent of Matt Wright's earlier in the game with that curveball. Just drops it in for a beautiful strike.
0-2 pitch. Foyaco slow to the plate. Fastball low in the dirt in the other batter's box for ball 1.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Watman, each time he has walked today, has been facing a full count. It would be quite a struggle to see if he could do it again today, or for this at bat.
If he can work back here, that would be very impressive. The 1-2 pitch. And that ball is hit to Cody Arthur at third base. Tough play on the run. And a base hit there.
The old swinging bunt.
Great play by Zach Watman. That ball pretty much died as soon as it hit the grass, largely because the grass is probably pretty saturated. But Watman was on his horse, came hard out of the box. That throw, not only was it not...
Left fielder, number 30, Jay Hayes.
So you gotta love that on-base percentage from Watman.
He leads the team. Going in today, it was 400. It's only going up.
Well, that's incredible. 1 for 1 now with 3 walks. Hasn't hit a ball 90 feet all day, but he's on base. So we got 1 out with Jay Hayes up to bat.
We saw this a lot in Watman's his 3rd time on base. He was leading off. He's doing that again here and almost took off.
Strike 1. So for Jay Hayes, 0 for 3. Popped up to the first baseman, grounded out to shortstop, and grounded out to third base. So Hayes is going to try to get something going here. Faces an 0-1 count with 1 out. Runner on first base. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and fouled straight back for strike number 2.
You got the stretch ready?
Stretch, what do I do?
Something stretch?
Yeah, but which?
It's under, it says Take Me, I think, under intro anthem.
Jay Hayes.
Oh, take me.
Yeah, that's the
0-2 count
something stretch.
from Florida Gulf Coast.
Yes.
Okay.
If you recognize the name, you probably recognize it from basketball from a few years ago.
Dunk City.
Yeah, took a team deep in the March Madness. 0-2 pitch. Swung on. That ball is poked to right field. And Muldowney has tracked it down along the line in a great throw-in on the money to the cutoff man. Keeps Watman at first base and records out number 2.
Well, Jay Hayes, he has immense power. You could see he just pretty much had a sweeping swing on that one and just got under the ball, and it was just driven
First baseman, number 13, Zach
Unfortunately, popped it out. 2 outs.
Zach Goebel now with 2 outs comes up. He's 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch in this one. He does not see very many pitches in each of his at-bats. Last time he was hit on an 0-2 pitch. And we're getting a mound visit here from head coach Kevin Davidson. Frank Foyaco has pitched 2 2/3 innings, given up 2 runs last inning. But those runs don't matter now as the River Rats lead 4-3. There is somebody warming up for the River Rats down the right field line in the bullpen. Just want to say again, thank you guys all so much for watching on Facebook. We see the likes, we see the comments, we love the shares. That is what we are looking for here. Please share so more people can watch. And if you missed it, the bases loaded triple earlier. The River Rats got the lead off of that. They're leading 4-3 here Just keep posting so that more people can watch Florida College Summer League Baseball. We will broadcast all the games live here at Sanford on Facebook. And we have a new pitcher as Frank Foyaco comes out of the game. After 2 2/3 innings of work, we're going to see who this new pitcher is for your River Rats. Number 32.
No one's played.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no one's played.
Well, it's not on the roster, so it's going to be tough announcing for this one.
I tell you, it's not on the score there either. 32, not even a number. It only goes up to 29.
So,
Likely someone that just left their uniform at home and had to put on an extra.
yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
Maybe Chris Campbell. He's number 17. I've never seen it. So he's the only one I can think that would fall into that category.
Do you mind running down and asking what type of the pitcher is?
And we are going to find out as soon as we can who this new pitcher is. We are sorry for not knowing, but maybe we're assuming he forgot his jersey at home and had to just pick up an extra one here at the stadium. Number 32. But he comes in with 2 outs and a runner on first base.
Yeah, they show him as 6'4", so I mean he looks pretty 6'4". What do you think?
I just don't know if Campbell's back from his suspension yet.
45 games, wasn't it?
So Goebel will be the hitter.
Looks like him.
0 for 2 with a hit by pitch, and he did score a run just last inning.
Hearing rumblings, he's about 6'4". If that's the profile, it's Michael Gizzy. We'll see if that's really him.
Checking, Victor.
It's Campbell. Campbell, yeah.
Thank you.
So it's Chris Campbell from Hill College in Texas. He drops in the first one for a strike.
Number 32, that's Chris
Big spot for
Campbell
Campbell.
from Hill College.
Trying to strand Watman on first base.
Chris Campbell.
Thank you, Victor.
Haven't seen him appear since the second game of the year where he got thrown out. He's served his 5-game suspension. He's back. Oh, 0-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike number 2 with 2 outs here. Runner on first base.
Thanks.
Zach Goebel. 0-2 pitch. Bounce in front of the dirt, or in front of the plate for ball 1.
If I'm Watman, stealing here wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, he's down 1-2. Likely wouldn't be getting a swing with it. But taking off, but getting in scoring position would be huge. And now it's up to acting coach Powers in order to make a decision at this point.
Yeah, for sure. And it wouldn't be the worst thing with Goebel. I mean, he is a good hitter. Maybe a little struggles tonight. 1-2 pitch. Strike him out looking. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Your River Rats lead 4-3. Stick with us. We've got a good one here. Here's some Bon Jovi while you wait.
And Saturday, right now, it's time to stand up and stretch your legs. Courtesy of 1EW Fitness, one of our great sponsors. Everybody join in. Take me out to the ball game. A 1, a 2, a 3. Hey.
You want to sing the whole thing?
He always starts them off.
Hello, Harry Carey. Give me another Budweiser. Let me hear ya. Hey! Outstanding job, and thank you to 1EW Fitness. We appreciate you hanging out here on a damp evening.
I'll just play regular song.
Yeah.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook alongside Luke Howe. We're calling a great ball game here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. The River Rats lead 4-3 here in the bottom of the 7th, where Cody Arthur is sent to the plate for his 4th at bat of the night. Got hit by a pitch, popped up to second base, and grounded that weird double play back in the 6th inning. Watches ball 1.
Vickery's still struggling to find the strike zone. He couldn't break. Didn't help too much. Hopefully he can rebound. Play down 1.
The righty Arthur takes for ball 2. Cody Arthur 0 for 2 in the night, but coming into it, Lee leading 476 batting average. 2-0 count. Inside for ball 3 as it bounced to the plate. A great hitter's count, but do you give him the green light while you're up a run this late in the ballgame?
I'd let him take one. Vickery's been erratic, and the way it's been going, you just want to get a runner on base. I mean, we saw what happened last time when they got the first runner on.
The 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. And Cody Arthur draws the lead-off walk on 4 pitches. And that brings up Omar Villeman.
Second sucker.
1 for 3 on the night. A single that started the last inning's rally. Hopefully some more magic to come here for Villeman.
You gotta wonder how long the leash is for Trey Vickery. A 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning after Bumbleleaf getting through the last one makes you wonder how long until Coach Powers just pulls in the next reliever.
Yeah, somebody is warming up right now, and Cody Arthur has to get back to first base after the pickoff attempt. The River Rats have 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors in the field, and the DeLand Suns 3 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors in the field. Omar Villeman, the lefty-on-lefty matchup here, swings the first pitch and goes out of the stadium foul down the third baseline.
You mentioned errors. That's something that's also plagued the Suns this season. They have the second most errors with 9 through just 5 games. 2 more today. Only a .952 fielding percentage.
The 0-1 pitch from Vickery. Inside, it hits off of the umpire, or if not, that was getting to the backstop, and Arthur would have had free 90. So a lucky break there for the DeLand Suns.
DeLand's been getting a few opportunities. Just been able to, escape a few dangerous ones.
So Villeman, 1-1 count, running on first base after the leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Leg lifts and deals. Misses high for ball 2.
Walman having a much-needed conversation with Vickery. The strike zone has just not been something he's been finding. And Coach Powers making his way out of the dugout, perhaps seeing how ready his reliever is. I believe that's Kyle Brent, if my eyes don't deceive me. That's a far way down to see 2 very small numbers on the back of 1 black jersey in the dark.
2-1 count here to Omar Villeman. The River Rats have the 1-run lead here. Just trying to add some insurance as we go. Another high fastball for ball 3 there. And we've seen, I'm very impressed with Watman and everything he's done behind the plate tonight.
Watman's been sensational behind the plate. Not only has he been great at framing these pitches, but he's also saved several. That one off the backstop, I mean, it was great that it bounced like that, but it's all for naught if he doesn't react.
Swung on that ball is fouled into the first base dugout. And we've seen him, how many times has he come out of his stance and jumped full extension straight up to catch a ball?
A handful of times, Watman's been great behind the plate and great at dish.
Yeah.
Started the season. What was his hitting for 22 games? Or
Omar Villeman pushed it to a 3-2 count here. Runner on first base, nobody out. Cody Arthur on first.
I know that.
And he maybe chases that one out of the zone, and that one goes out of play, out of the stadium here at Sanford Memorial.
A lot of the strikes that Vickery's been getting have been foul balls or check swings. Not exactly how you want it. You want a few more swings in there, swings and misses. But at this point, Suns will take any strike they can get.
Yeah. So Villeman having quite the at-bat here. Over 6 pitches. That means it's quality. The 3-2 count. Swung on. That ball is put into left center field for the no-out single. And an extra 90 feet for Cody Orther to go.
Vickery again serves up a pitch. Is very hittable. This one driven into left center field, and the Suns are again facing another opportunity where they could find themselves down 1 runs. And with the way the offense is performing, and it hasn't been great, it's going to be one of those things where they can get out of here with 0 runs as Coach Powers goes to the mound.
So like you said, it mound visit coming, and I think that means new pitcher for the River Rats. Sergio Lopez will be up to bat. 0 for 2 on the night. Line drive out to second base. A strikeout back in the first inning and a walk last inning. Did score a run on that bases loaded, no out triple by Francis Villeman. So maybe a little bit more magic like that on its way. It's got the makings of it here with no outs, runners on first and second. And we do have a new pitcher, and that will be number 17, Kyle Branna from Lake Sumter, the 5'10", 180-pound senior.
My eyes did not, in fact, fail me. And Kyle Branna is coming in to pitch the game from Deltona, Florida.
Now pitching for the Suns from
Florida.
Lake Hawks.
Pitchers are batting, batting 400 again.
Number 17,
he's only
Kyle.
pitched 1 inning. This will be his second appearance in the season. Did record a save against Leesburg on the 5th. Faced 5 batters, 2 hits allowed with no runs.
He comes in a, I would say, probably one of the most crucial spots in this game, because if you give up any more runs, who knows how the DeLand Suns will react to that. So
asking for 1 run right now out of the Suns seems pretty reasonable. 2 might be pushing a little. If he gets to 3, the Suns are going to be in trouble with only 6 outs remaining.
Yeah, I was just about to say, with 6 outs remaining, in any level, 2 to 3 runs, that's tough. And especially with their offensive woes that they've had so far.
As you mentioned, yeah, Suns only on base 30% of the time. 308 on base, that's 4th in the league. 338 slugging, also 4th.
We thank everybody on Facebook Live right now, whether you're rooting for the Suns or you're rooting for the Rats, or if you just love baseball. We are very appreciative of all the likes, all the comments, all of the shares. Please keep getting it out there so more people can watch and enjoy the great game that we've got going on. I'm Cody Shook alongside Luke Hallett, and we are calling a phenomenal ball game here. The DeLand Suns scored their first run in the 4th inning, and they scored again in the 6th inning. They scored 2, so that's how they have 3 runs. And the Sanford River Rats scored 1 in the 5th and 3 in the 6th. And that's how we ended up with our 4-3 score here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Here's the center fielder, number 18,
Control, but
Richie Rivera.
All went poor, all went south.
Yeah, we talked about pitching changes earlier in this broadcast. You know, your starter sometimes really has, and then you take him out. You put in somebody that you don't know what they've got on that day. You know, every day is different, and on this day, that pitcher just didn't have it, and we are where we are.
Going in, though, I would have thought Troy Knapp would have been an excellent pitcher to put in there. Everybody has their off days. It's bound to happen. He'll rebound and play great the next game.
Runners are on the move. Sergio Lopez bunts. So 2nd and 3rd, everybody's safe. And we have got bases loaded again with no outs back-to-back innings.
The team speed of Sanford. Speed kills. You heard that saying, Cody?
Speed never slumps.
It was a beautiful bunt to the 3rd base line. By the time Morrow had gotten that ball, it was practically already over.
I think that in any situation, he is safe there. regardless
Yeah,
of
even if Morrow has a good play on that ball, it doesn't look like he's going
Here's
to
the
throw him out
DH.
first anyway.
Number
By the time he
13,
fielded it, he already had 1
Nathan.
foot on the bag.
yeah. So now batting, Dathan Pruitt with bases loaded and nobody out. Last inning, he had a single to load up the bases. So now he's got a chance
For this inning. Because he pinch hit the last inning.
to drive in some runs. We got infield in here now, trying to cut down some runs. The 0 pitch, and it hit him on the hand. And he's going to walk to first base.
RBI
The
Pruitt.
worst time for a hit by pitch. The Suns have 3 of them on the year, making that their 4th. Actually, the fewest in the league, but still, this was a very costly hit by pitch.
That was the quietest run scored I've ever heard in my life.
Shortstop, number 1, Francis.
But nonetheless, we have a new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. Your River Rats lead 5-3. So that's the last thing you wanted because no ball was put in play. And now batting, Francis Villeman. Let's do a recap. Same situation last inning. He had a triple to center field. Let's see if he can get some of that magic here. Swung on and hit straight up to right field this time. And they're going to see if they're going to test his arm. And they do not test the arm. And the ball was thrown up the line just too far. But we still have bases loaded here. After that one just wasn't deep enough to get the sac fly.
This hasn't been the Suns' greatest game by any means, but if you're asking me who the MVP of the game is today, it's got to be Zach Watman. That throw, thrown off the line, not really near home plate. Watman tracked it down and saved a run anyway. Like you said, they weren't going to test the run.
Number 2, Jackson.
But Watman was there to make sure they didn't score.
Correct.
So now batting, bases loaded, 1 out. Middle infielders go back, and it's Jackson Muldowney. Came in for Miles Symington, and he's got a tall task here, and he hits it to first base. He's going to throw it home, a one-hopper, and Watman makes a stellar snag for out number 2.
Can't do it.
Man just keeps doing it. That throw
Yeah.
go a little bit in the ground. It would have taken a weird bounce, but great reaction, great hand speed. Picked it up and decided not to throw to first. Maybe an error would have happened there. Now he's just going to leave it in the hands of Brenna, try and get a pop fly and get out of the inning.
So the 3-2 put out, if you are keeping track at home, which I know you guys all are, we've got bases loaded with 2 outs now. And Anthony Mulrine, the catcher, is now up to bat. And he's going to try to help out his River Rats right here. He's 1 for 3 on the night with a double back in the 5th inning. The 0 pitch, swung on and fouled straight back. You know, it's crazy. The last 5 pitches have been put in play. Sergio Lopez with the bunt, then the hit by pitch. Francis Villeman swung at the first one, hit it to right field, and then Jackson Muldowney hit it to the first baseman.
And great news for DeLand. You'd rather have people missing the pitches rather than making contact with them. At this point, though, they'll take an out anyway.
Yeah, maybe some patience should be used here, especially with the brand new pitcher that just came in. You know, so 0-1 count here with 2 outs, bases loaded. Anthony Mulrine at the plate. River Rats lead. Mulrine watches ball 1 go high. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And a mound visit coming here from the catcher. Maybe go over some signs, calm him down just a tad. This is a big spot, and you know, just trying to limit the damage at this point.
Brana has been doing a good job for the most part. I mean, obviously a lot of his pitches has been hit for contact. Not all of them have been base knocks. But if Brana's able to get out of the inning, I'd consider his outing a success.
Between games. Oh, yeah. Between games. No, you said it. So how do you like
The 1-1 pitch high, and Watman has to jump up and catch another one.
I thought that ball was going to hit
Yep.
Mulrine in the head when that first got thrown, and he ducked a little, and then Watman made a nice snag again. There's been a run from score.
At that point, I'm like, okay. The argument's over, and the discussion's over.
The 2-1 pitch. Swung on. That ball is hit straight up, and Watman gives chase, and he's got it for out number 3. So we head to the top of the 8th with a brand new score here at Sanford Memorial. Your River Rats lead 5-3. Stay with us for these last 2 innings. It's a good one here.
Down on the field, Nick and Paisley. Want to get a couple batters here? Coach. Sure, I gotta use the restroom.
Alright, our next race is the Dizzy Doctor Race, thanks to the Florida Hospital. And our contestants today are Brad and Ryan. Our Dizzy Doctors will pick up the scrubs after picking up the bat, spinning around it 10 times and running back to about 8. Alright, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Next game, I don't know.
Alright, Ryan's taking the lead over here. Come on, Brian, you gotta catch up.
First baseman. Straight up switch. That's a 19 first.
And Ryan is our winner for today. But for being good sports, sponsored by the Florida Hospital, you two will receive hats. Back to you.
Thanks, Nick and Paisley. Once again, we'd like to extend a special thank you to Florida Hospital for sponsoring tonight's game. Florida Hospital's Lake Mary Emergency Room is celebrating its 1-year anniversary as Seminole
Looking
County's
at 19
first hospital-based emergency room, and will continue to be your trusted source for emergency care in the years to come.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. The River Rats lead 5-3
Now batting for the Suns
after scoring in the past 3 innings.
Columbus State, number 6.
Now
Will
batting
Hodges.
for the DeLand Suns, Will Hodges playing right field, having a great night at the plate. A triple, a single, and the backwards K in the first, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. First pitch from Campbell, he gets drilled right in the head, and he's going to take the free 90 down to first base.
Gotta be careful. Hodges took a shot there. It looked like it almost might have hit him in the unprotected part after the helmet.
Yeah.
Looks like he's all right. He'll take his free 90 with newly inserted first baseman Alejandro Martinez.
So that just made this game all the more interesting here in the top of the 8th inning. The tying run is now at the plate here in the top of the 8th.
I think the only thing that would make Coach Rick Hall happier would be a win.
Michael Harcum is now up to bat. And maybe a little control issues there as Campbell misses that one just over the helmet of Harcum.
But during that dizzy bat race, although it was hilarious to see the grown men doctors spinning around the bat, I was watching Campbell a little bit. He was outside on almost all of his pitches warming up. Didn't look like he was hitting his spots at all, so I'm not too surprised to see him miss.
Let's just build it around the
1-0 pitch from Campbell. Ball 2 in the dirt, and it looks like he's going with a lot of off speed here. That looked like a slider or curveball down in the dirt. No action going straight, all down.
Which makes you think that this pitch here is going to be a fastball. It's going to be in the zone, and it's going to be one that Harcum's going to be able to hit.
Yeah, Harcum is 0 for 2 on the night with a walk.
Ball's wet. The Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman. 3-1 for and the Gators on the ropes, too.
Harcum struck out in the 6th on 3 pitches, walked in the 4th on 4 pitches, and only had a 4-pitch at bat back in the second, so he does not see very many. And that ball swung on and hit to left field, where Ronnie Tenney is going to haul it in for out number 1. And now they've got a double play as Hodges tried to tag up, but just couldn't do it.
You know what that is right there? That's trying to get it all back in one play. Will Hodges not making a smart move, trying to tag up. He was out halfway. That ball was at second base, and he was only halfway back. I'm surprised he didn't at least try and go back. But he had no business trying to tag.
So we have a pinch hitter now for the DH.
Pinch hitting for the Suns, number 27 from Texas A&M, Torrey Jordan.
Torrey Jordan from Texas A&M has a job here with 2 outs and gets some magic going. He swings at the first pitch and misses for strike 1.
Jordan Jr. struck out 5 times this year. He's walked 3. Similar stats to Jay Hayes, but he's got slightly better on base and slugging, 400 and 417 respectively.
0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. And Campbell, after the leadoff hit by pitch, now is looking at a 1-2-3 inning.
Real different than how we thought this was going to go after he hit the first one and nearly hit Harcum.
0-2 count. Low in the dirt for ball 1. And that was back to the off-speed stuff there for Campbell. The 1-2 count here with 2 outs. Strike. Foul tip. And we keep going here as the catcher dropped it.
It looked like Jordan Jr. got nothing but air, but he must have just gotten a little bit of that ball. Just the slightest.
It must have been something you could hear, not see. 1-2 count here in the top of the 8th. River Rats lead 5-3. DeLand Suns 1-2. And that ball hits the backstop on the fly. You don't see that very often, but as a pitcher, now he can say that he's done it.
See, here's where you got to think. Will Hodges is still on first base. He's easily on second.
Yep.
There's 1 out, and you got a 2-2 count. It's a totally different ball game. Suns are shooting themselves in the foot.
So Campbell, we haven't seen the location really, but he's getting the job done. 2-2 count, 2 outs, bases empty. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit to center field shallow. Richie Rivera has got it for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning, or bottom of the 8th inning. Stick with us here as the River Rats are going to try to add on to their lead.
Of course, he's got his chest protector on.
2017? That's still good.
Catcher. You know who's catching?
What's the number? They change him? It's probably Kyler Allen then.
Kyler Allen.
Is it 24?
That looks like a number 1.
Catcher?
I mean, like the left digit looks like a 1.
Oh, Brad Nana, probably.
Nana?
Yeah. That would be my guess.
Yeah, the
New catcher.
Is that 10? 10 perhaps? It's Brad Nana.
It's Nana.
If it's 10, that's what it looks like. And
Alright, we're going 24, Kyler Allen.
he's the catcher who has a 1 in his number. Otherwise, Kyler Allen's 24. And Watman was.
I think it's Nana.
Watman's 12. Unless they.
Yeah. What was Watt?
12.
That could be Watt.
Brad Mena, 10.
Did he point at the catcher? Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Nana. 3 is at second base now.
So 3 is at second. Stetson Smith.
Leading off for the Rats.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Number 19.
Number 19.
University.
Alejandro Martinez now into the game, batting for Parker Quinn, playing first base.
Martinez doesn't have too many at-bats on the year. Did have a solid game on the 8th against Leesburg. 1 hit, 2 RBIs, and a walk.
He's going to try to add some insurance here for the Sanford River Rats. They're up 5-3. Takes for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, and that ball is fouled straight back and out of the stadium.
Could hear that one hit the roof.
1-1 count here. River Rats have 5 runs off of 9 hits. The big one coming back in the 6th inning, the triple with bases loaded, nobody out.
What's perhaps been most surprising is the Rats have no steals today.
Yes, you are true. Martinez watches strike number 2 on the outside part of the plate.
I would have expected, especially with the number of base runners, 9 hits, a couple more errors, that the Rats would have at least one with as aggressive as they are.
1-2 count. Taken for ball 2 on the outside. Maybe one of 2 things. Kevin Davidson, the head coach, says, "Hey guys, if you're going to run, be smart." Or they took it upon themselves and said, "Hey, we're not going to steal with these conditions out on the field."
That's also true. Don't want to risk injury.
2-2 count, swung on, and that ball is hit to left field, where Jay Hayes is going to come up with a sliding grab for out number 1.
Jay Hayes with a nice catch. That ball, when it first came off the bat, I thought was going real deep. Actually ended up being a little pop fly into shallow left field. Jay Hayes tracked it down, made a nice sliding catch, and got the first out of the inning. Jay Hayes lost his hat, got the ball.
Center fielder number 5, Rodney.
Now batting,
Tenney.
the leadoff man playing center field, Rodney Tenney. The lefty is 2 for 4 on the night, 2 singles. And just a poke past the pitcher up to the shortstop, and he beats it out for the 1-out single.
That's like women's softball, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Real quick move to the bag. I believe that's Stetson Smith now in at shortstop.
So what we saw there was a slap hit, something you see in softball, kind of ran at it, just poked it enough, got it past the pitcher, and he beat it out as the shortstop was unable to get him at first base.
Third baseman from the Panthers, High Point. Number 8, Cody.
Now batting with 1 out and a man on first base, Cody Arthur. He's walked, he's gotten hit by a pitch, and he's 0 for 2 on the night. But 500 on base percentage. Here with 1 out. Swung on, and that ball is hit to left field where Jay Hayes, all he has to do is stand there and wait for it to come to him. He's got out number 2.
Much shorter distance traveled for Jay Hayes on that pop fly. 2 outs.
Now batting for the Sanford River Rats. 2 for 4 on the night. Omar Villeman.
Omar Villeman
has that infield single, and then he poked one over the shortstop's head in his last at bat. This is his 3rd at bat in 3 innings. Quite impressive for the River Rats. 0-0 pitch. Outside for ball 1.
Red have been doing a good job really trying to avoid hitters. They've been making some contact that has been leading to pop flies. To be able to do that here, it'll be up to the top of the 9th where the Sun's going to make some runs.
1-0 pitch. Outside for ball 2. Up next would be Sergio Lopez. Two-0 count. Pickoff move to first base. Nothing going on over there. Villeman is a very good contact hitter. Another pickoff move.
wondering how many times these guys throw over to first and don't think about the pass the ball. I'd like to think they would try it at least once.
That would be a good one. 2-0 count here on Villeman. Runners on the move. Ball inside, and that ball's now tipped into right field, but he's going to stay at second base. Center fielder's going to come up with it.
Would have been close.
So basically a free 90 there
For
Rodney Tenney.
As we talked about the Reds having solid no bases, they steal one in the bottom of the 8th. I was surprised he didn't hit for third. I guess it was his indecisiveness that ended up killing him. Had he just taken off and not missed a beat, I think he would have gotten there.
Yeah, but sometimes it's better to be safe than sorry, I suppose. Because, I mean, when you're sliding in, you're not looking to see how far the ball's going to roll.
You know what they say also, you don't want that last out coming at third base.
Very
Two
true.
outs in the
So,
inning, he'll likely score.
and with one of your better contact hitters, you're already in scoring position. If he puts one into the outfield, chances are you're scoring. So no reason risking that third out at third base.
Where do you think Robertson was 4 for 5? Jeez.
If I were you guys, I'm walking, intentionally walking there.
Villeman faces a 3-0 count. Richie Rivera stands in the on-deck circle from Tampa. 3-0 count and a back pick to second base, and they have got him for out number 3 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. That's how it ends. A back pick to get Rodney Tenney. Stick with us. We head to the top of the 9th. The DeLand Suns are fighting for their lives here as they're down 2 to the Sanford River Rats. Stick with us.
And no reason to get off. I mean,
New pitcher.
score easily on it.
Number
Holding the same.
C.J. Carter.
Move on to the 9th.
is that pitcher?
You gotta take Campbell out. He hardly threw any pitches.
Played a couple guys.
Yeah, I got a little wild at the end.
Who was that? Carter?
Why would you yank him?
C.J. Carter, the sidewinder.
Maybe he hits a couple guys.
Yeah, I know. Why would you yank Campbell? He didn't throw any pitches.
Maybe he wants to go bring him back tomorrow. For the first 25, he can't use him tomorrow.
Oh,
He's only
25 is
14.
the limit.
Yeah.
He was throwing strikes. Now pitching for the Rats from the Trojans of Troy University in Alabama. Number 9, C.J. Carter.
There's your box.
Wow.
Hooligan?
DeLand holds runners better than any team in the league by far. They've done that
Yeah.
historically.
And Rick is very passionate about that. Crazy. 19 runs for Minnesota.
19 runs on 26 hits for Minnesota.
The game's not even over yet.
28 hits?
26 hits.
26, okay.
They have a mercy rule in MLB.
Okay.
6 for 6? No. 5 for 5. Wow. Look at the bottom of the order.
Yeah,
9, 13, 16, 18 hits for the bottom 5. Not everybody is. The power 1 for 5.
Jason Kessler's got 4 hits and his average is only up to 237.
Oh, it's still in the bottom of the 7th. It's 1 for 30 hits. See some ERAs skyrocket now.
Hey, we are back here in the top of the 9th inning. The Sanford River Rats lead 5-3. So the DeLand Suns, if they don't score 2, they go home
So was this 20?
with the big L in this night.
This Morris?
Morrow.
Jordan Morrow
Morrow, yeah.
is now batting against the new pitcher, C.J. Carter from Troy University.
Carter's thrown 5 innings on the year. Actually got a loss on the 9th against Leesburg. Gave up a run, 3 hits, and an inning pitch.
CJ Carter is a sidewinder. He throws from very low. It's a very tough point for hitters to pick up. He misses on the second pitch, so it's 2-0 now on Morrow.
Got a lot of strikeouts this year, 8 in 5 innings.
Morrow 1 for 3, 2 backwards Ks and a triple.
Go on.
Carter misses again, 3-0 count.
If I'm Coach Powers, I might be giving Morrow the green light.
Yeah.
You get a man on base. I mean, a walk could certainly help, but so could a base knock.
Strike one.
Take another one.
Carter swing and a miss for strike two. Morrow does see a lot of pitches when he comes up to bat. Carter falls, but the pitch is a strike. It's dropped, and he throws to first for out number one here in the top of the ninth inning.
Worst part about that at bat for the Suns was that Morrow only had really one strike that whole time, and it was the pitch he took.
Shortstop, number 11, Jonathan Mayola.
Now batting, Jonathan Miola. He is 0 for 3 on the night, 2 strikeouts, and a grounder back to the pitcher. Takes strike one. CJ Carter is one of the better pitchers for the Sanford River Rats, and we've seen it over and over. And especially with that movement on that one, oh my. The slider ran way out of the zone, and the batter was able to hold up. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, and that ball is hit straight up. Alejandro Martinez at first base gives chase, but it is out of play for strike number 2.
Mayola gets another chance. Suns running out of opportunities, only 4 strikes left.
CJ Carter, mid-80s from very low, not submarine, but he's down there.
No, the 28th of June is
1-2 pitch.
Come on.
Misses ball 2.
those are the games for the 6th.
1 out here. Next up would be Matthew Mulkey, and he is 1 for 4 on the night. That pitch misses. 3-2 count now with 1 out.
Carter hasn't been doing a great job of hitting his spots. Morrow was just swinging at a few that he likely shouldn't have, which is why he got out.
Here's the 3-2. Struck him out swinging for out number 2 here in the top of the 9th inning. So now batting with 1 out left in this game. Matthew Mulkey, the leadoff batter. Had that single to start off the game back in the first inning. Hasn't done anything since. Pop up to center, pop up to left, and a ground out to shortstop. That ball is poked down the right field line, out of play, but got some good wood on that one. 1 strike on Mulkey.
He's the guy who gave up the 2 runs, but then had his team score 3 in the bottom of this. It's like he went from being of all the guys. Yeah. Mother Nature was on his side.
Carter working very quickly here in the top of the 9th. Oh, 1-1, or now 1-1 as he misses away.
Ball looked like it could have been called a strike, dropped by his catcher.
Yeah, Carter has 13 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings.
He's cooking.
So that ball's hit second base, and it looks like that will be the ball game, and your Sanford River Rats go home with the 5-3 victory here against the DeLand Suns. It was a great game, back and forth for sure, and Frank Foyaco comes away with the win on the mound, and your River Rats
and of course the big extravaganza
now improve their record to 5-3 on the year. Thank you very much to everybody that watched on Facebook Live tonight. We like the shares, the comments, the likes, the favorites, the comments, everything. Thank you all so much. Stick with me here. Just in a second, I will get head coach Kevin Davidson up here. I'll get him with the interview on Facebook Live. Stick with us. Thank you guys all so much for listening to me, Cody Shook, and my partner Luke Hallett, all night.
Absolutely.
It was great having you up here, man, and I can't wait to work with you again for sure.
Yeah, it was a great game. I just wish the result would have been different for DeLand.
Don't we all? Alrighty. Thank you guys all so much. Stick with us.